Boys are back.
You know what time it is.
Yes, we are here. Dynasty Life. Let us know if you like the music, the intro. I mean, we just put that in. What was that? A couple episodes back. So let us know if you like the little intro music there. We bumped to it, so
We love that shit.
I could play it for longer. I mean, I cut I cut it because I didn't want it to be crazy
Nah,
long.
nah. I think that's a solid like 5 to 7 seconds. That's all you need.
No, it's even more than that. I think it's like
Te-
12, 13, but maybe more. But we needed to bump a little bit. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you're not already. And let's get into some of these games, and we can get into some of the trades that went down too as we go down
Oh
some
yeah.
of these games here. So Outsole always waiting in here. Appreciate you, bro. Jackson,
Hell
there he
yeah.
is. Where the
Jackson,
fuck
what
is
up?
Bagala? Yeah, give us a Bagala.
Bagala.
Yeah, Bagala is working right now. He should be on. He's hopefully should be on in like an hour or so. So I told him just hop on whenever he gets in. Jackson, I'm going to the fucking game Sunday, bro, and I'm sitting right behind the fucking Vikings bench in the front row, and I think I'm gonna go to Walmart. I'm gonna buy a football. I'm gonna buy a fucking Sharpie, and I'm gonna bring my fucking cards. I think I got a few Dalvin Cook and JJ cards, and because if I get there early and shit, I'm right in the front row. I could see if I could get some signatures or something. I got to right.
I mean, it's fucking gay, but it's cool. It's cool.
It's gay. What am
It's
I
gay
supposed to
because it's
do?
the
Just go
Vikings.
there? No,
It's gay
fuck
because it's
you.
the Vikings. It's
Yeah,
cool because you get a dope player signature. Dalvin Cook is trash. Justin Jefferson would be dope. I'll give you that. Justin Jefferson would be dope. That would be a dope signature.
I'm gonna see if I could get him to sign the football and the card.
That would be
That'd be
dope.
sick. Because I'm gonna get there early. I'm thinking of leaving like real early,
Hmm.
and
How long
just
is the drive?
it's like 4 hours, but there could be traffic on
Yeah.
Sunday. So I
Usually,
figure if I get there early, see what's good with people in the parking lot. If there's any Viking motherfuckers,
tailgating shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
see what's good.
There, you'll probably hit
Right
some
there.
traffic around Richmond, Virginia, and then as you get closer to DC.
Chicks in here. What's up, Patrick? We got the whole squad in here today. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all. Sometimes,
You know, Jackson is. I mean, Patrick is. You know what? He's becoming the Skip Bayless of this show. We're not
yeah,
the Skip Bayless. He's
that's
the
what he
Skip
wants.
Bayless.
Yeah, so I'm going to see my Vikings. Hopefully I get them autographs. But anyway, we're playing at DC, right? So we're playing at the Commanders. Commanders playing well, right? 4-4 now. Heineke has just given them some kind of life. And Terry's looking real good with Heineke. So yeah, what do you you already know I'm going with my boys. And but what do you think about this game?
I wouldn't write off the Commanders because, like you said, I think bringing in Heineke gave them a jolt. And if you remember, when he played, I don't know if it was last year or it might have been the year before that. I think it was the year before that when they had Heineke playing. Um, and he led them into that playoff game against Tampa. And they really they like the dude. They played for him. They rallied behind him. Um, I I can't dismiss the Commanders here. They have talent. It's not like they don't. It just doesn't seem like they put it together. But you look up, they're 4-4. I think the Vikings have better talent across the board, high end talent across the board, and they should win this game. If I had to pick, I would pick the Vikings, but it wouldn't surprise me if this came down to a 2 minute drill, on either side, and either side kicked the field goal to win. I could see it being a one possession game going down into the final drive. So if you force my hand and made me pick, I picked the Vikings, but I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people might think.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Like I said, we're playing at Washington. They are playing better. The Vikings, I don't know. Sometimes we just play down to the competition, and sometimes our defense just fucking starts sucking. So, hopefully it doesn't come down to like a last minute fucking thing where, we have to rely on the defense. But I don't know. I think of course we'll be okay. Dalvin is gonna do his fucking thing. He's gonna run all over. I'm gonna see JJ catch a bomb or two. But yeah, I'm gonna be right there, fucking hanging over the fucking wall, bro. Fucking banging, fucking skull. Uh,
Yep. If I have to hear that one more time, I'm walking off. I'm walking off the show.
you know what? Walk off. Me and Jackson will fucking talk about the Vikings.
Get the fuck out of
Um,
here.
but yeah, bro, I think we're gonna I think we're definitely coming out with it. But it'll be exciting to see JJ and Dalvin in action. But yeah, we're the better team, so we should come out on top. So we should be going in 7-1 after this game, and I'll be fucking reporting live from fucking FedEx Field, just pissing on Washington Commander motherfuckers.
I'll make sure not to tune in for that.
Patrick said, "Hammer, if I'm Skip, then you're Stephen A. Blurpy, what up, Blurpy? Trying to get a wide receiver for Gibson and Drake. I mean, Gibson is kind of a wide receiver now. Any ideas? Keenan Allen. This guy still is not back, and he's not playing again. So don't need these two backs, and could be a high risk reward for my team, or package Gibson and Pittman for a wide receiver. I think it just depends who you're going to go after. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point in the season, like it's hard because the teams that are winning are not really going to be wanting to give up their guys. Like, the teams in the middle of the pack, maybe, or the players that are hurt. So like we always say, try and get those hurt players or the players that have some upside that they just haven't shown or they haven't been producing well. What do you think, Cameron?
Yeah, I mean, I just for this specific question, do not get Keenan Allen. He's already going to miss another game coming up this week. I don't like his outlook going forward. You just never know when he's going to play. And if you're looking to make a playoff run, that is not a guy you want to count on, especially if he's slotting in somewhere at that wide receiver 2 position, I would imagine. Do not go get Keenan Allen. That's just a waste of talent, a waste of assets that you could go out and package and get maybe somebody that's a little bit younger with a better opportunity in hand. Maybe a Michael Gallup, going forward. Somebody like him who's kind of been a little bit under the radar. That Dallas offense looks like it's picking up steam. If you want to pick up a guy and it's not going to cost you that much, maybe target a guy like Michael Gallup, big play. He'll only get better as the season goes on, as he gets more reps and he gets in sync. He already has a rapport with Dak Prescott. He knows the offense. I would target a guy like a Michael Gallup, high upside guy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I don't mind, if you've got Gibson and Drake on the bench and you're never going to play them, like you're saying, you don't need them. I mean, I don't mind if you have to go take the chance out on Keenan Allen, but, try and target. I would try and target maybe something else. If you have to give up a Pittman, maybe, I mean, you got St. Brown, he's got D-Hop. My team is Cook, Kamara, ETN, Henry, damn, Pittman, D-Hop, Amon-Ra. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to trade Pittman and a running back. I mean, see who needs a running back right now. That's going to be the issue. It's going to be hard to target a specific player. You need to target a team that is at need a running back in order for you to, and then you can replace the receiver with Pittman and you give them a running back. So it's a win-win. So you've got to target a team. It's hard to target a specific player.
And also too, Blanc, you were saying that maybe some of those teams at the top wouldn't want to give away their players. But if a team at the top had a major injury like a Breece Hall, somebody like that they relied on heavily, you might be able to target a team like that that's at the top that feels like they can make a run. The value of a Drake and a Gibson might be higher to them than it would be to anybody else. So you could target a team that is at the top that maybe lost one of those primetime running backs, maybe like I said, like a Breece Hall type, and go out there and see if they have a solid wide receiver too that you could go out and target to pair with D-Hop. Because I really do like D-Hop to finish as a wide receiver 1, for the rest of the games. I said this in a previous episode. So I think D-Hop is a really good wide receiver 1 for the rest of the season. And then, Amon-Ra's health, I think that's why he is targeting another wide receiver, just because of Amon-Ra's health. And then Pittman with, Eskridge. in Indy, you can't really count on Pittman to give you consistent production. So yeah, targeting the team that needs a running back, like I said, a team that had a major injury at running back, even if it is a top team, they may be more likely to part with a wide receiver too because they feel like they can make a run. So in that situation, targeting a team at the top, could be effective.
Yeah, definitely. At first I just wasn't thinking about it, and then I'm like, oh wait a second. But yeah, so like I said, you got to find a team, got to find somebody that needs help at RB, and you're giving them a decent replacement in Pittman, so see what you can get. Otherwise, I mean, you're not in horrible position, so I mean, Waller can't play for his life, but
Yeah, but having Hill, Likely, and
yeah,
Ingram, that's not a bad. Those are guys that have been producing. Evan Ingram, I know Bogala can't stand him because he used to be on the Giants and he couldn't catch a pass to save his life, but he's been pretty productive from the tight end position for Jacksonville. So, and then you got Taysom Hill, who's a wild card. So I think you're pretty set at tight end. So locking in on that wide receiver 2 position should definitely be a priority.
yeah, I got Ingram going, I think, this week in a league or two. Delusional, what's up, Delusional? Would you send a mid 23 second for Jacoby Myers? Our wide receiver room is CD, DK, T. Higgins, Drake London, and Deontay. I'm 4-4. This is my own second, and I have the second of the last place team as well. Yeah, I mean, is this like a deep? Is this start 9, start 10, start 11? Are you that deep? I mean, you're pretty good at wide receiver, but yeah, I don't think. I mean, I don't know what Jacoby's going to be going forward, but um,
It all depends. Does Delusional think he can make a run at it? 4-4. I'm kind of sitting in a similar position. My wide receiver room isn't as good as that, but it
yeah,
all depends. If you think you could really make a run at it, a mid. If you have the second of the last place team, that's kind of really a late first, depending on how that shakes out.
oh
So
yeah,
I don't mind it.
he starts 2 wide receivers and 2 flexes.
So essentially 4.
So you've got yeah, so you've already pretty got that locked up. So no, I mean Jacoby. If you think Jacoby Myers is gonna make you or help you win the ship, then I guess then yeah. But I don't see how in this case where you're starting, 4 wide receivers, and you're not playing one of Drake London or Deontay. I don't see much of the need to go get Jacoby Myers because I think I'm still gonna play Deontay every week, especially now with no Claypool there. So. I don't think you need Jacoby Myers, so I probably wouldn't waste the draft capital on that. So I'm gonna say no to this because you don't need it unless there's something that I don't know, or unless I'm looking at it the wrong way. What do you think, Hammer? After seeing a 2 wide
Yeah,
receiver,
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards that way, and you kind of convinced me. I was like on the fence about it, and also too, you brought up a good point. What is Jacoby going to be after this season? The Patriots aren't exactly a chuck and duck kind of team to begin with. They're a run first, play defense team. I know he's been super productive, with the targets that he's getting, but when you're in Dynasty, you got to look at the long term value and is it worth giving up? I know it's just a second round pick, probably a mid second, as you said, but with your receiver room looking the way it is, he's not really going to move the needle as much as you would need to give up, a mid second round pick, which could net you some good value in the draft regardless. And then you could combine that with that second round pick. And maybe, who knows, maybe you could trade both of those second round picks and move into the back end of the first round if you really wanted to. So I would say from that standpoint, hang on to the pick. I don't think Jacoby Myers moves the needle as much as you might need him to.
yeah, he's got his running backs are Brees Swift, Jamal, Monty, Foreman. QBs are Lamar, T. Law. Eats and tight ends are Pitts and Everett. Should I target a tight end? No, you've got Pitts, so don't worry about a tight end. Unless you got to start 2 tight ends, then no.
I
So
think he's
find.
kind of set on moving that pick because he said
Listen,
he's
if
figuring
you
out how
if
to.
you want to move that pick, I'd move Monty. I'd move Monty in the pick and try and get something. Even if you move Monty in the pick and try and get a running back, but if you can't get an RB, get a wide receiver just for the value of it, and then you can trade said wide receiver, for a running back to somebody else. So Yeah, if you want to really spend the second, and then don't forget, those picks get more valuable as we get closer and closer to the draft into next season. So, that pick might not feel that valuable right now, but you can use that after the season, and it might be
As
a lot more
leverage. Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
That might be more valuable. But yeah, if you're set on moving the second, I'd move Monty. Honestly, I don't like Monty for the future in Dynasty. I don't like Foreman for the future in Dynasty. Move Foreman in the pick. Move Monty in the pick. Um, that's what I would do. But yeah, I mean, I know Brees is hurt, so you're probably playing Swift and Jamal and either Monty or Foreman. So yeah, I mean, I'd keep Foreman for this season and just trade Monty just because his value is probably a little bit higher for people thinking anyway going forward. Where if you combine that second, maybe you should get something there. So let me know if you can. Let me know what you think about that. Watson, I can hold if you guys. Oh, it was Watson. He has QB. Okay, if you guys think that's best, I'll look into Monty in the pick maybe, but not want to buy him as of yet. Thanks for that advice. No problem. So you have Lamar and is this super flex? I'm gonna guess it's super flex. Probably that's why. Because if it's super flex, I don't mind trading. I don't mind trading Watson.
That's a bold statement because I feel like he could kind of put you. If you're in a position and you're in a super flex, he might put you over the top going down the stretch.
I'm okay with playing Lamar and T-Law, and then if you trade Watson, you're gonna get something big at another position. So
I agree. I agree with
uh,
that. I just think Deshaun Watson he's a needle mover. I know we don't
yeah,
know what it looks like, but
absolutely.
I think he's a needle mover, especially going into that week 11, week 12, week 13, 14 down the stretch and into the playoffs if you make it there. So that would be tough for me to part with, but the strategy makes sense. If you're going to move anybody, you can move him and get a haul, for that and really fill some holes at running back and wide receiver if you really needed to.
Or you could trade T-Law and keep Watson. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, Nick Forrester. What up, Nick? Help at flex. DJ Moore, Jacoby Myers, or Dupes. We don't know if Lazard is playing, right? Jacoby.
Nah, but I'm gonna start looking up that information.
Jacoby's been playing well. DJ Moore's had a sick last 2 games. It's tough not to say DJ Moore on this, and DJ Moore is one of my guys.
Yeah, Lazard is questionable. Not really much clarity. Limited during practice on Friday, which is a halfway decent sign. If he didn't, practice on Friday, that's usually a kind of a doubtful kind of situation going into the weekend. So the fact that he practiced is a good sign. But I think those other two guys have just been on the field playing well in recent memory more consistently. Blanc, like you said, DJ Moore the last couple of games really been tearing it up. And Jacoby Myers has just been really solid all season. I think one of the more pleasant surprises in terms of pass catchers for the New England Patriots. So I think it's one of those two guys. DJ Moore is the higher upside guy. But Jacoby Myers has just been really consistent. I think I'd lean towards DJ Moore just because he's the more proven guy and he's the number one target. I know Jacoby Myers is too, but I would lean DJ Moore here.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going with my guy DJ. It seems like they're actually like
You
trying to
get you
get.
gave up on him a couple of weeks ago.
They're actually trying to get. No, I traded for him in the league, and it's working out. But yeah, I mean, it seems like they're trying to get him the ball now a
20,
lot
21
more.
targets, 21 targets the last 2 games, 13
So
grabs.
so I like it. I like it. I like the deep ball too. Jackson said, "All right, Stevie, I got a suite at the bank." No way. Do you for real?
What?
Like season shit or not? Because that's fucking awesome, bro. Time to
So
meet up with
the
you
the
guys
bank
sometime.
is what? The bank is what? Baltimore, right?
US Bank Stadium. Nah, that's the Viking Stadium.
Oh, for
Viking
real?
Stadium is US Bank Stadium,
Okay,
right?
that's pretty dope.
Or am I bugging out? I'm like 1,000% sure. Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
So yeah. Yeah, I'll see what I can get. I'm gonna try and get there early, so if I can get on the field, well, not on the field, but you know what I mean. While maybe they're warming up and shit, I don't know. I'll be right behind the bench, so I'll see what I can get. Delusional. So should I add more? No, we think you should just hold on that.
Yeah, you got 3 really good wide
Also,
receivers.
you guys, let me know who would you play, Palmer or Kirk, full PPR. I'm going with Palmer. There's absolutely nobody there. I'll take that chance on Palmer. Kirk hasn't been great, but he's been decent. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go Palmer here. What do you think, Hammer?
That's tough. I've been a big fan of Josh Palmer. Blanc knows that. And I said anytime Mike Williams or Keenan don't play, you got to play Josh Palmer. Um,
And now both are not.
so and now both are not playing. So that's kind of putting me in a must play situation. I'm trying to trade for Christian Kirk in my dynasty league. My wide receiver room is just banged up. Jamar Chase is out for me. Cooper Kupp was injured. Hunter Renfro's been terrible for me this year. So I'm trying to trade for Christian Kirk just because I think he eats up a big target share. But for this particular week, I'm going with Josh Palmer. Even though that Chargers offense has looked just sluggish, man. Really sluggish.
Yeah, I think he had like 12 targets last game though, so I'm all for that. I'll take that. Yeah, we've heard that already. Monson I can hold. Yeah, look at Monty. Let's see. Yeah, 12 team super flex. So yeah. You don't necessarily need to have, 3 beast QBs. If you've got 2 solid QBs and then you've got somebody who you can just throw in to fill in, um, that's fine because you've
That
got,
Watson,
you've got a
that
top
Wat,
QB in Lamar or Watson. Like I said, you can trade either one or T-Law. It doesn't matter. You can trade any of those guys and get a haul for them because one of those guys is going to be sitting on your bench every single week, and you're better off getting that value. Y'all bummed about Swift. Yeah, he's still hurt. That's the problem. Still hurt.
I've been saying this. I'm not bummed
Still
about him
hurt.
because I
But
don't
he's
have him
still
on any of
scored.
my
But he
teams.
still scored a touchdown even on
All
minimal
right.
touches. So he's just got to get healthy. So I made a
Right.
trade
And then
before the
that he
deadline.
hasn't proven that he can stay there.
Mostert and Mooney for Mixon. I like that. Mooney's meh, and Mostert's good, but he's not, Mixon. He doesn't have Mixon upside, I don't think. Mixon's just missing touchdowns. That's really the difference between this year and any other year that Mixon's had. And, because Mixon, even
Yep.
last year, he was almost his normal self. He just didn't have touchdowns in any of those other years. So,
Yeah.
And
And another thing with Mixon is, number one, he's never really a health concern. I never really hear him about being on the injured list or injury report. He's going to go out there. He's playing in a solid offense. I know they sputtered last week against Cleveland, but he's going to get the carries. He's going to give you the volume, and you got to ride with the volume, sure volume at that. That's a beautiful trade.
Yeah. What up, B? We got
Yee,
everybody.
what up, man? Yeah.
I gotta get a Dynasty Light squad fucking thing I could throw out there. I'll work on that for y'all. Looking like Andrews won't play. Do I start Ingram or Likely? I would start Likely. I mean, that upside is crazy. He's just replacing. He's just taking his place, like right there. Ingram's been good, like we mentioned before. If you weren't on a little earlier, but yeah, Ingram's been good. But I think Likely is the guy. What do you think, Hammer?
That's a tough one. It's Ingram's getting the targets, dude. His last 4 games, 10 targets, 6 targets, 7 targets, 6 targets. He had a touchdown last week as well. I like what I've seen from Likely. He looks very athletic, man, like really athletic. So I'll go with Likely on this one, but Ingram's been another one of those like pleasant surprises. But when I saw Likely in that game against Tampa, he just looked athletic. Like he moves. He made an acrobatic touchdown catch at the back of the end zone. I like what I saw, and I think Lamar looks for him. So yeah, give me some Likely here. I like the athleticism and the upside there.
Yeah, you like that?
No, I don't like that.
Oh shit. I traded Higbee for Amari because I got Hawkinson. Yeah, man, I'm putting. Yeah, I mean, speaking of, I put out a little video. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I put out a little short video on Hawkinson. I mean, nothing crazy. I don't think changes for him really. I mean, he has a little bit of upside where they can feature him a little more, where it's only kind of JJ in front of him and maybe Thielen. I mean, but we've been looking for a wide receiver, and instead we went out and got Hawkinson. So maybe Hawkinson is the guy that we're trying to, work with a little more. What do you think about that trade, Hammer?
It just seems like a seamless fit, almost like a perfect fit. Like you could just plug him in there. No Irv Smith, so that's done, over and done with. He comes in, he stays in the same division, and he just plugs in. And now you have playmakers at every single skill position on that team. Talk about Jefferson, you talk about Dalvin Cook, and now you talk about Hawkinson. So I'm not worried about Adam Thielen in terms of Hawkinson's production. He's going to eat up that middle of the field. Justin Jefferson is just all world. He doesn't matter where he's at on the field. And then obviously, having Dalvin Cook and Madison for that matter as your two-headed monster. So I think it's a seamless fit. I don't like it being a Packers fan that they're just getting loaded on offense. But if I'm looking at it objectively, it's a perfect fit if you think about it.
Yeah, I like it. I didn't think they were going to do that, but they wound up doing it, so I will take it. My bad, I'm trying to post this shit. There we go. Patrick said he made some trades to add more balance to his roster. He traded Diggs. I don't know why, but he traded Diggs. I lost Diggs, but overall my balance I think gets me more upside. I liked how you had it before, but anyway, let's see. I got Hurts, Dylan, Mixon, Pacheco, Najee, Akers, Kyron Williams, JJ. Akers and Kyron Williams don't matter. Pacheco pretty much almost doesn't matter. Dylan almost doesn't matter. You got Mixon and Najee. I mean, unless Pacheco starts getting the ball, hopefully he does, but he didn't really do much.
See, the problem I have with
week.
this is
He's
you
got
trade.
AJ Brown and Gabe.
Okay, I mean, but even still, losing Diggs, he's a difference maker. Like he's a needle mover at the wide receiver position. I don't. Did he say exactly what the trade was? What he traded Diggs for?
No, I didn't put it in here. Patrick, what'd you trade Diggs for? Let us know. Let us know in the chat there. But we'll get back to that in a second. Let's get to the next game. Chargers Falcons. So we're playing at Atlanta. We've got the Chargers, who, like we just said, no Keenan Allen,
No Mike
no
Williams.
Mike Williams, so Josh
Eckler's
Palmer.
playing. Eckler's playing.
Eckler is playing. What do you think about this game?
I'm taking the Falcons, dude. I'm taking the Falcons as much as it pains me to say. The Chargers have the best player on the field, probably the best two players on the field in Eckler and Herbert, but I just think the Falcons are playing better, right? So you combine that with the skill position guys they have a ton of things that they could throw at you. And Marcus Mariota, say what you want about him, he's playing well. He's playing well enough to win games and keep this team in games. Save for the game against the Bengals, they've been in every single game. And I know this because I play point spreads, and they've been covering every single spread, especially their underdogs most of the year. And I think that win against who they play? Carolina? They played Carolina last week, right? That was that crazy game, that crazy DJ Moore game. And
it's been two in a row of those, so
yeah, so I like Atlanta here, man. I just think they're playing better. I think the Chargers have the two best players in Eckler and Herbert, but the Falcons are just playing better football right now. So give me the Falcons here.
they are. I mean, it looks like they're getting Pitts more involved, which you like to see. I mean, even Drake London, like they're not throwing the ball a lot, so it doesn't seem like he's getting a lot of targets, which he's not getting a lot of targets. But I was looking at this last night. I was with Fantasy Hustle on his channel, and I looked it up. And Drake London his target share is 28%. He's got 28% target share, which is amazing, which is what you want out of a stud receiver. They just don't throw the ball as much,
Yeah. Anything over 20%, you're talking about excellent territory there.
Over 25 is that wide receiver one that you want. 28 to 30 is,
But like you said, for the volume, they're throwing it, 21, 23 times a game?
That's what I didn't like. They were, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I think they're down by like 40 or 30, 20, whatever it was, just down, and they threw the ball 13 times. So that, kind of pisses me off. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna still go with the Chargers here. I think I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think even with no wide receivers, I think Palmer has a nice day, and I think Eckler goes
Everett.
great. think Eckler goes
Everett.
crazy.
Everett's a
Eckler,
good play.
Everett could see a big player too. But yeah, I think the Chargers are going to pull it out, but I think it is going to be a really close game. Atlanta is kind of good at that, but their defense kind of sucks. But
It does.
their offense with running the ball the way they do, they tend to keep themselves in games. That's why they're just hanging around and winning. So, but I'm going to go with the Chargers here. I think they wound up pulling it out. But yeah, I would not be surprised if Atlanta wins. But I think this is a close game. I think that's a close game there. Patrick says it was multiple trades that made my roster. The Diggs trade was Diggs for Davis, Mixon, and Mike Williams. I don't like that shit. I mean, you got a lot, but I just don't like it. I just rather have Diggs, who I think will be the added bonus I need in the playoffs.
I,
Listen, Mike Williams could come back for the playoffs and do work, but
no, I understand the trade, Patrick, and in all seriousness, it's not a terrible trade from a balance your lineup kind of situation. Diggs is just a difference maker, dude. And if you have Diggs and Jefferson and AJ Brown, you should just be running through people. And you have Jalen Hurts to go with that. You would just be running through people with those three. There are running backs that you can pick up off the waiver wire, like a Deontay Foreman, at the time, but just that sort of situation where running backs go down and you could pick up a guy that'll fill in, you know what I mean, and give you some production. But if you have those three stud wide receivers, you should just be rolling people. And Jalen Hurts to go with the AJ Brown combo, that is recipe for domination.
yeah, go get him back.
That's not happening. That is not happening.
Put that trade in the inbox, bro.
That is not happening.
Emma, let's be real. Can the Commanders really cover a +3 against the Vikings?
Oh man, Jackson, you put me on the spot here, dog. I actually have I have a couple of tickets going this week. I, like an idiot, I took the Eagles minus 13.5 against Houston, and I got burned last night. They looked like they were headed towards it, but the game just didn't play out. That +3 is rough, man. I said it could come down to a field goal. I really think it comes down to the final possession. I like Zendarius Smith to get after Heineke. I would take the Vikings -3 here. As much as I see how well the Commanders are playing, I would take the Vikings -3 here, but they're playing well, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Patrick says he likes Atlanta.
Same, dude.
Grandma and grandpa at running back, that was hurting me. Yeah, but your wide receivers make up for it, bro. So
yes, they do, and especially those kind of guys.
Damian Pierce is him. Yeah, Pierce was awesome. I mean, but he didn't get in the end zone, which kind of sucked.
Dallas Goedert did.
And without PPR scoring, he had 12 points, 13 points. So it was kind of like, what the fuck? And he felt like he played awesome and had a great day.
Well, he did get the bonus.
But, well, if you don't get bonuses, that's what I'm saying. In standard scoring, right, where you don't get the bonus, you got, 12, 13 points. So, but yeah, I mean, listen, he's doing his thing. I don't really like that he wasn't really there on the passing downs and he didn't catch the ball. That I don't like, but
he's a beast.
He is he is playing well.
He's all they got now.
There is one thing that does. I don't know if it does concern me or not, but being that they're so bad, especially towards the end of the season in those last games, where you're in the fantasy playoffs, are they really going to run him 25, 30 times like they are right now? You know what I mean? So that is just one tiny thing to think about. But
if he's out there, you got to play him. I mean, you kind of forced into that.
Just like anyone else. But, same thing with the Eagles, kind of, where, if they're just steamrolling motherfuckers and at the end of the season, when you need them in that fantasy, that championship game and they're not playing or they're just, barely playing or taking it easy or whatever.
Or play a half. That would be disastrous.
And that could, and that could hurt you. But yeah, let's get to the next game here. And then we'll answer some more questions if they come in. But let's do the Dolphins at the Bears. Dolphins at Bears. Bears have their new wide receiver one in Chase Claypool. I mean, I think he's playing this week. I don't know how much he's going to be involved. Is he? If they're saying anything yet, he could see 10 to 35 snaps in his debut. So
That's fine. I'm taking the Dolphins.
But yeah. Anyway, I mean, yeah, Fields has been playing well though. But yeah, Tua and
They don't.
Waddle and Cheetah are
They don't
just
have enough. They don't have enough for that.
they're
And they
too
traded
much.
their two best.
Um,
The Bears just traded their two best defensive players. So no.
Unless the Bears have some success, running the football and running out clock, and
Doesn't
somehow
matter.
don't get steamrolled. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins too. They have way too much.
Firepower. Hell yeah.
Way too much firepower for the Bears. And, we're not going to see Claypool at full force as well. So Justin Fields still has only Mooney, really. That's his only weapon. So,
I mean that running attack there, it's starting to feel like they're coming to terms with their identity. You know what I mean? And we were talking about this in the group chat where I know you don't like it that Justin Fields isn't throwing it to Mooney a lot, but it really does feel like they're coming to terms with who they are. They're a running football team, and Justin Fields can run the football. I think he had 8 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. I think he threw 2 more touchdowns, but the passing numbers, I think he threw for like 150 yards or something like that. But they did put up 29 points on a pretty good Dallas defense, so that's something to be encouraged. And Justin Fields looked better. Like it looked like that was a legit offense. So I think they're coming to terms with who they are. I think Cole Kmet might have caught a touchdown last week, didn't he?
yeah, well, they've been throwing the ball more the past 2 weeks. It seems like they want to throw it more, but maybe they just have no wide receivers. They all suck, so that's why they went
Yeah.
and spent a fucking, an early second-round pick
Mm-hmm.
for Claypool. I did hear that the Packers offered a second-round pick for Claypool as well, but they felt that the Bears was going to be a shittier pick. So they went with that. But what do you think about the Claypool move, altogether, I guess, for
It,
Chicago and for
it's
Claypool?
It's fine. I think they're in a situation where they're looking at it and they're saying, hey, let's give Justin Fields more weapons, which I'm cool with. And I don't think they're thinking about this year. They're thinking about next year and maybe the year after that. And Claypool obviously is still a young dude that has proven he could play at a high level in this league as long as he could stay healthy and keep his wits about him. So I think it's a good move overall, and it takes less pressure off a guy like Mooney, who can kind of just go out there and not have to play with the weight of the offense, the weight of the passing game, I should say, from a receiver standpoint on his shoulders. So I think it's a really good move. It gives their offense more balance. I don't think it sets them on fire. I don't think Justin Fields is going to turn into Josh Allen next year, but it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a little video out on Claypool too. I mean, like, at least I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but he's still like a wide receiver 3 for me. I mean, with just how much they throw the ball.
The volume is just not going to be there yet.
Hard, so we'll see. We'll see what happens from Jackson. This is a squad. Lamar, Mixon, Pierce, nice. Cup, Hill, Hawkinson, nice. JT and Amari and Judy on the bench. Would there be any moves you would try to make? I mean, listen, you don't need JT, I guess, if you could get rid of JT. Well, I guess that's your third running back. I don't know if you've got anybody else just in case Mixon or Pierce goes down, but I'm okay with, I guess, moving. Well, I mean, not really. Seems like you're into like a standard 2 RB, 2 wide receiver.
He needs somebody with the flex. Oh, yeah, he's got JT in
Well,
the
he's got
flex.
JT in the flex. Okay, so Amari and Judy on the bench. So, I mean, not really. I mean, if you don't believe in JT, then you can see if there's a believer out there, and if you want to move him, if you
He's
want to
out
move,
again. He's out again this week, so its
you
value
know,
is just taking hits,
I
man.
know it's hard, but if you can move him and Judy, maybe there's somebody out there that really wants him. Maybe move him and Judy. I'd keep Amari just because maybe Deshaun comes back and he's even better. But
Hold on, but Amari Cooper's been damn good,
he's
dude.
been good. He's been good anyway. But yeah.
Damn good. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, maybe that's one thing I would maybe try and do. Otherwise, and I would probably just roll with Amari right now and sit JT until he does something or he actually plays a full healthy fucking game. He's not playing this week, so I guess you got to see what happens going forward. But yeah, that is one thing I'd probably try and do. Patrick says he's looking into his crystal ball. Some of these nostalgic franchises that have struggled so far, like the Packers and the Steelers. Yeah, that is true. They're going to make a small run. Yeah, I mean, listen, they have, Packers still have Aaron Rodgers. They still have Aaron Jones. We could see one of those, 40, 50 point fantasy performances from Aaron Jones and
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's against the Lions. The Lions are not very good defensively. And I'll tell you what, I think the Lions are going to put up a fight. I don't think that we're just going to walk in there and roll them over. I don't think they're scared of the Packers. I don't think anybody is for that matter. And if the Packers don't get their shit together really quickly, they could lose this game. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they could.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, of course, the Packers could go on a run. I mean, they're still,
No,
they're still a good team. It's possible. I'm just
no, it's not.
G to X, what's up, G? Appreciate you, man. Would you guys take Carter higher or lower than 30 rushing yards? I like the over on that. 30 rushing yards. I mean, what do you have last week? Before I say that,
I might go under here. They're playing Buffalo, and they could get trounced pretty early.
he only had 7 carries for 26 yards last week.
I might go under.
Yeah,
and they're playing Buffalo.
I am going to go under because he's not getting the carries, regardless, even with Brees not there. So
really quick, he has 1, 2, 3 games this season over 30. 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm
over
saying.
30. Right.
I'll take the reception. Is there a reception prop for him or receiving yards? Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. Probably like 3.5, maybe 3.5 receptions.
See what you got there. I mean, he did have 7 targets last week, and like you said, if they are down, they could be throwing the ball. Yeah. So, especially some of that garbage time points. Also, I'm going to look more into Underdog tomorrow. I haven't really got a chance to look at any picks, but we'll go over some Underdog stuff tomorrow. Are you going to do a video for everybody or what? I asked Hammer to do a little betting video on some of his bets and shit every week, so everybody can kind of tune into that. Just a short little video, separate from the live.
Yeah, I can do that.
If you're up for that, this way people can just, tune into that and get just directly the betting, the betting stuff.
I like it. I could do that. That's no problem.
And you can do that, at any time. You can just record it. But small runs and be competitive in the division. Everybody runs the ball more in the second half of the season. Najee will be relevant again. I mean, yeah, that's true, but
it's tough. It's really tough.
I don't know about Najee, but he could be. He very, very well could be. But I'd just rather take the 10 points on my RB2 and have Stephon Diggs and AJ and whoever else he had there. But I think Pitt deserves an 8 to 10 for the fact they got a second rounder. Oh, he thinks Pittsburgh deserves an 8 to 10 because they got a second rounder out of Claypool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they spent a second rounder on him. I mean, he's got talent. He's got talent. I mean, I don't think they raped the Bears or anything, but that's close. I don't know if I give him an 8 to 10 though. I think they did a good job, but I don't know if it's 8 to 10 worthy. Also picked up Deion Jackson. Yeah, Deion Jackson's definitely a good pickup if he's even available. I don't know how he could be even available in some of them. Am I just considering this season a wash so we don't get heartbroken with hopeful thoughts? I get it, man. No expectations, no disappointment.
No. So you know what? At the beginning of the season, first of all, when they traded Devontae, I didn't like it. And then I was like, all right, maybe they're going to the draft. Maybe they'll move up in the draft a little bit. They could have got a guy like Olave if they really wanted to move up. I believe the Saints moved up to get Olave, if I remember correctly. So it was a plenty wide receiver rich draft. I think the Packers had 2 first-round picks because they traded Devontae and they got the Raiders first-round pick. And what did they proceed to do? Go out and do what the Packers do and draft 2 defensive guys in the first round. I wanted to just, I don't even know what I wanted to do, but yeah, I wasn't happy about it. And then obviously they trade up in the second round to get Christian Watson at, I believe, 34th overall. So I didn't have a ton of expectations going into the season. Don't give me Sammy Watkins. Don't give me Randall Cobb. I don't want any of that. Lazard is good when he plays, but he's always hurt. It is seeming like what he's becoming. He's always hurt in and out of the lineup. Christian Watson, always hurt. Romeo Dubes, he's good, but he's still a rookie. He still needs to develop that rapport. And we're throwing to guys. I just watched the replay of it. I forgot what that guy's name was that caught the touchdown in Buffalo. And he was another rookie that I've never heard of. So what I've seen so far this season gives me no hope. They did start 3-1. They beat the Bucks. And they did start 3-1 after that loss to Minnesota. So they won 3 in a row after that loss to Minnesota. But losing to the Jets, losing to the Giants, losing to the Commanders, that can't happen. You should at least take 2 out of those 3. You would have found yourself at 5-3. And it's just really disappointing. And I don't like Aaron Rodgers' body language. I don't like it. So we can move on. Sick of talking about the Packers every single week.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck his problem is. Outsoul said he's taking the higher on Mac Jones into. Yeah, he could very well throw an into. My main tight end is Kelsey. I have Pitts and TJ on my bench. I'm trying to get some value off of them so I can make room for my bench. Yeah, it's going to be tough, especially if you're in a 10 or 12-man league, because people might not really be wanting to spend up on a Pitts or a TJ. TJ maybe. But even still, he's had like 1 or 2 huge games. So, but then he did just get traded. So yeah, see if you can trade TJ or Pitts. Like I said, if it's a 1 tight end league and it's not like a tight end premium, it's going to be hard to get like really good value for him. So, but definitely shop around, man. I took Stafford higher at 0.5 into too. Yeah, Stafford
against the Bucks. Oh yeah.
I'm actually running through a little bit of it now. But Chaka, what up, Chaka? Should I trade away Jacobs and Gabe Davis for Jay Jettis and Khalil Herbert PPR?
Kind of like this.
Yeah, do you have, as long as you got other running backs to play? As long as Herbert's not going to be your RB1.
Kind of like that.
But yeah, I do like to get Jetta definitely. Gabe Davis, Jacobs has been playing awesome, but that high value for you to go get Justin Jefferson, that'd be good. So as long as you got other RBs to play, you've got my approval. And Hammers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my bad, dog. Hit the wrong one. All right, yours is at the top. I gotta remember that.
I know people don't like me as much as Bagala. I don't know why, because I know what kind of person he is. He's a piece of shit. So I said it, but I hope he watches this video too.
Yeah, we'll see. Kyle Pitts has got 39.5 receiving yards. I'm just gonna stay away from that whole game. Even Eckler has, his props are just high. 60 rushing yards, 51 receiving yards.
Yeah, I like Eckler.
They took away the catches. Week. They won't put him on for catches because
they know he's gonna go nuts.
Jackson said my best bet of the week is Tyreek's longest reception over 26 yards. Yeah, he's been killing that. So Metric says there are first rounders getting traded for 4th and 5th rounders. Roquan Smith, they get a 4th. Claypool got drafted in a 2nd and never finished in the top 10. Pittsburgh at least deserves 5 to 7 for. I'll give him a 5 to 7. I'll give him a 5 to 7, Patrick. I got to make one for 5 to 7. Aggravated assault, he said. I know why they don't hammer.
I think he's talking about Packers drafting first round wide receivers.
Yeah. Hill.
I don't know why.
Hill, Adams, and Kyron for Diggs. Kenny Walker and Kirk. Diggs, Kenny Walker, and Kirk. Kyron doesn't even matter. Diggs, Kenny Walker, and Kirk for Adams and Hill. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the RB. I'm pretty sure you probably need an RB right now. I don't know. Do you need an RB? Yeah, if you need an RB, then yeah. If you don't need an RB, then I don't know. But yeah, I'll take Diggs and Kenny Walker and Kirk for that because Kyron doesn't matter, and I'll take Hill and Adams are good, but I'm not. I was never high on Adams. But what do you think, Hammer?
Yeah, you're getting Kenneth Walker, who's really I keep saying this week in and week out. He's a potential league winner. He didn't have great volume, but he still had a touchdown, and touchdowns win you games in fantasy football, as we know. So yeah, you're getting the balance. Trading Tyreek Hill is going to be tough in any scenario this particular season. But essentially, you're getting 3 for 2 because Kyron doesn't matter, as you said. So from that standpoint, I would take it too. You're getting 3 for 2 in this situation. And Christian Kirk is not a slouch. Like he's a solid player, and I don't think he should just be summarily dismissed in this trade. So you're really getting 3 for 2, and the production is going to outweigh the production on your side for Diggs, Walker, and Kirk is going to outweigh Hill and Adams, especially if the Vegas offense continues to look terrible.
Yeah. Patrick says no. I know why we like Bacala more.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
hang out with him,
yeah,
hang out with Bagala for 20 years, and then let me know if your tune changes.
all right, let's hit the next game here. We've got the Panthers at the Bengals. So Panthers at the Bengals.
This is such a scary game, dude, for so many reasons.
Oh. Yeah, what you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a fool not to pick the Bengals, but I watched Carolina go out there and be competitive against Atlanta and beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So how can I not at least have some pause to cause? But I'm taking the Bengals. I'd be a fool not to. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals as well. I mean, Panthers seem to have some kind of life. Obviously, they fired the coach. PJ Walker decent the last 2 games, so um, that's been good for them. DJ Moore, like we mentioned before, they're getting him the ball more. So that is looking up as well. But yeah, I mean the Bengals they're just too good. I mean, even with Chase out, T and Boyd are in there. You've got Mixon. Hopefully he comes to life and scores some touchdowns. But I feel like Mixon, one of these days, he's going to have one of those huge games with like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
and himself right back into the conversation because we've seen that so many times.
Kamara, I mean, in our
just vaulting up after some huge games.
In our Dynasty home league, he's running back 12, and he hasn't been overly impressive. So that just shows you like you said, with a 2-3 touchdown game, he's right there in the top 8.
Yeah. Actually, let me. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going with the Bengals there, pretty easily. G says I'm gonna try to do Davis. You could do that. You could do that.
Yeah, you have Kelsey, so get yourself a solid
for
established
Evans.
wide
Yeah,
receiver.
I'll take Evans for that. You could do that. See if they give you that, but that would be a good one. I want to just pull up the RB rankings as we were.
I'm not in love with Evans considering, the state of the Bucs offense, but for a guy that's still going to be productive and get the ball thrown to him 12, 13 times a game, And
Nick Chubb has just been fucking insane. Andre now is RB7.
Who?
Ramondre Stevenson, RB7. Dameon Pierce.
Where's Jacobs? Jacobs got to be in there. Was he 8?
Yeah, Jacobs is 6. And half PPR just Yeah, Dalvin is RB 13. Kamara is what, RB 15. I mean, and if you look at point, just regular per game, obviously that's a little bit different. Dalvin Kamara's way up there, but
Nah, I don't. I think I don't like that on a per game basis because a guy could play 2 games and score,
yeah, but
25 points a game.
we're not looking at anybody that's playing 2 games right now. Everybody's played 7, 8 games, you know. So
Just give me overall.
it's all relevantly part of it right now because everybody is together. There's nobody really that's played less games. Everybody's in there. But like, yeah, Austin Eckler gets 21, 21 points a game, which is what JT was doing last week. You call him a piece of shit, but you say you hung out with him for 20 years. Proof that birds of a feather flock together.
Hey, maybe I'm a piece of shit too. You never know.
Oh man. Yeah, we all grew up together, but he's trade locked. I don't know what that means, but it means you trade him. It means you can't offer him a trade. Maybe I don't know. Send him a message then. Text him. Send him an, send him an email. I have zero faith in the Bucks. Yeah, the defense is trash. We thought it was good going in.
Yep.
Mike Edwards has been good for me in IDP league because he's been tackling the shit out of people. But Super, what up, Super? I just traded away Pittman and Mostert to get Devontae Adams PPR. What you think? Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that. I don't love Pittman right now.
No, and don't
limited
and
upside.
and don't forget Miami brought in Jeff Wilson, so that's going to at least cut into Mostert somewhat. I know Mostert's been pretty productive, but the Miami, I don't know if it's the head coach or the OC, he had both of those guys in San Francisco. And Mostert got, a lot of the totes, but Jeff Wilson's been damn effective this season. I think he had one stinker out there, one of those games, but Jeff Wilson's a really good running back. And I think that's going to turn into like a 55-45 kind of split. And, if you can parlay that into Devontae Adams, who is still a top 5 wide receiver, talent, and the production is still there even after a bad game overall for the season. I think that's a terrific trade.
Yeah, especially in a week where Devontae Adams did nothing. I'm sure it was a lot easier to get him.
Yep, nice and easy.
Like perfect timing for that as well. Thank you guys for tuning in, everybody out there. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't for us already. Help us out there with them damn algorithms. Patrick says it's okay being a piece of shit is fun. I'm in there too.
The sooner you're accepted, the better off you'll be.
All right, so this is a good one from Super here. Fucking part. Shout out to Gatorade. Gatorade needs to give me a fucking deal because I'll be sipping on Gatorades every fucking episode.
I'm just glad it's not that red Gatorade. That red Gatorade is terrible.
Yeah, red is
no,
popping.
red is trash.
Red. I fuck with the grape. I fuck with all the different blues. I fuck with everything, bro.
Nah.
Christian Kirk, Deion Jackson, or Joshua Palmer at flex PPR. That's a good one. I think I know who I'm going with, but who you going with, Hammer?
Oh my God, Josh Palmer's just sitting there on a silver platter, man. I know Christian Kirk is, there, but give me Josh Palmer. I just think with nobody else besides him and Austin Eckler and Gerald Everett. So I think there are some complementary parts, but Josh Palmer has to be the guy this week.
That's who I was going with, Joshua Palmer. I think he's the only guy. Like I said last week, he had 12 targets. I mean, you even got Austin Eckler on his podcast or whatever talking about, fucking go get Josh Palmer, play Josh Palmer. So, yeah, I'm for it. I like Deion Jackson as well this week, of course, with JT out, but it's just going to be rough because that offense is bad. He did have 10 catches, so that could possibly come into play. But I've got more faith in Palmer and the Chargers than I do with the Colts. So
I agree.
Zenato, what's up, Lopez? Mixon for Adams. Yeah,
we need a little. I feel like we need a little more context there.
Yeah, we probably do need a little more context. But yeah, I'll go with Adams as far as who I want more. As long as you've got other RBs, then yeah, I'm okay with it. He's got other RBs. You good?
Who are they? It,
Oh,
it
don't
depends,
matter.
man. I mean, is Mixon
Overall,
your RB2?
maybe. But
Um,
yeah, I'll take Adams either way. Yeah, you could trade Adams for a running back if you need.
yeah, I love me some Devontae Adams, but you know, are you cutting off your nose to spite your face? I use that a lot, but
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those situations.
Super,
Need
no
a little more
problem, bro.
confidence.
No problem, Super. We appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I put a bet at the beginning of the season that Chubb would get the rushing crown. I need King Henry to calm down. Because the last 3 weeks he's came out of nowhere. Yeah, he's been killing it, man. My chances with that bet $900 payout. Nice. That would
It's
be
very
nice.
nice.
Should I trade Debo for JT? I mean, are you in desperate need of a RB? I think I'd rather have Debo at this point,
I think I agree with that too.
but yeah. Me and Bagala got that jersey bet going over the Russian crown. Yeah, yeah, yep.
Who did
Yeah, I do.
Patrick had Chubb, and I think Bagla had Saquon. Where's Saquon at? He had a bad rushing week. What's the rushing yard leaders look like? How far back is Bagala? He's
We got Chubb is 841, Barkley 779, and then you got Henry at 755. So
841 and 779, so 60, about 60, 65. But yeah, that's it doesn't look like Chubb is slowing down anytime soon, dude.
yeah. Let's
But
get into
Henry,
yeah. Let's get into the next game, which was actually your boys, the Packers at the Lions. Um,
I don't want it.
yes,
I want no part of
I'll
it.
start with this one. I'm actually going to go with the Lions. I think they upset the
I'm
Packers. Packers
shocked.
haven't been
I'm
playing well.
shocked.
So yeah, I think the Lions, I think St. Brown, we're definitely taking his over. We're taking over on the receiving yards for Amon Ra, which is 72.5. So we're gonna take the over, boys. All right, we're taking the over. Let's win some cash this week. Last week we had a bunch of picks that hit. So let's go with Amon Ra over the 72.5. I'm also gonna go with the Jared Goff under 2.5 rushing yards. We've been having some success with that rushing yards with the QB, other than Kirk after he fucking ran that like 25-yard touchdown last week. But but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions here. I think they're just I don't know. I think
They're
just
what? They're not
St. Brown
better.
and Jamal Williams and Swift are just gonna run over the Packers because the Packers have just been playing like shit. So I
Nothing
mean,
makes you happier than to pick a 1-16 against the Packers. You know
if I'm
what?
being honest, I think the Packers probably are going to come out away with the win. So let me put the honest part out there. Then let me bring the fandom into it and say, fuck the Pack. The Lions are about to take this and just ruin all their fucking dreams.
You have no
So,
objectivity. Zero.
but yeah, no, I mean, Lazard, we don't know if he's going to play. So we've got Dubes in there. I do like Dubes this week as a little sleeper guy if you do need to play someone and you're in a pinch. So I do like that. Hopefully they get the ball to Aaron Jones. The Packers should win this game. In all honesty, the Packers should win this game. I'm still gonna pick the Lions, but no, the Packers should win. You got anything to say about your pack?
Yeah. Fuck you. No, this really should be, in all seriousness, this should be an Aaron Jones game. Aaron Jones should have 3 touchdowns in this game. 1 rushing, 2 receiving. He should be pushing 150, 160 scrimmage yards. And if you see AJ Dillon in the fourth quarter, that means they have the lead and he can close them out. So this should be a big time Aaron Jones game. I do like Dubes as well. Maybe even a little sleeper, a little Robert Tanyan action if you're streaming a tight end this week. So that could be an interesting play. But I do like the Packers to win. I don't know what I'll do if they lose. I didn't know what I was going to do if they would have lost to the Jets and the Commanders, and the list goes on and on. But this is a game that's set up for them to win. I will say though, I don't think it's going to be an easy win. I think they'll win by like 4. I think the Lions will play hard because they do for that coach. They still have some skill position guys that can do damage. They did trade away TJ Hawkinson, so that's another threat we don't have to worry about per se. And Aaron's been really good in the division as a whole, especially against the Lions, the Bears, the hell with the Vikings. So yeah, obviously I'm taking the Packers. Aaron Jones, big game, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. All right, he's having one of his big games. Let's see what we got up in here. G says, yeah, his running backs were Jacob, Stevenson, Connor, Mostert. Yeah, then I'm okay with doing it. D-Hop, Sun God, I love it, Sun God. But yeah, that makes it even more that I like to do it. Because then you've got D-Hop, Sun God, and Adams as your wide receivers and your flex, and you roll with Jacobs and Stevenson. You still got Connor.
No, but he's trading Jacobs, no?
I mean, yeah, what was it? Trading Jacobs? Yeah, so then he's got Stevenson, Connor, and Mostert. Was it trading Jacobs? What am I looking at?
I believe it was.
Should I trade Debo for JT? Am I bugging?
Was it Jacobs? I could have sworn it was Jacobs being
Running
traded.
backs are Jacobs, Stevenson, Connor. Trade Debo for JT. I don't know. Maybe am I missing something here?
Gee, put that trade again in the chat.
Hold on. I'm going up. Davis and Pitts for Evans. I remember that. I see that. Well, I mean, I like that squad. Let me know if there's a question for that because I can't find a question that you put in there. If you did, so just let me know. Simp, what up, Simp? Eno, Dion, Curtis Samuel, Carter, Flex 2. Connor's back this week, right?
Yes, he is. But he's still questionable going into the game, I believe. Yeah, he's still questionable. Let's see. Game time decision. Trash.
Connor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if Connor doesn't play, then I think you're definitely playing Eno. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Out of these guys. Okay. And so let's just assume that Connor's not playing, right, for a second, and we'll say definitely Eno. Who else are you throwing in there for the second flex?
I mean, Curtis Samuel has ticked down a little bit since Carson Wentz is not the quarterback anymore. I still like some of his usage. I know you said you're out on Curtis Samuel. I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I think I think I'll lean Curtis Samuel, but it's not an easy choice.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with both of the running backs. If Connor's not playing, I'm going both running backs. I'm going Eno and Dion. Curtis Samuel, I don't know. It just seems like Gibby's getting the ball a lot more now, especially in the passing game. So that a little bit worries me. So yeah, I'm going to go with the 2 running backs. If Connor does play, then I'm going to go with Dion and maybe Carter says that he's sick, actually. DeAndre Carter. Questionable. So I'm not sure if I'm going to play him then in that case. So yeah, I'll go Curtis Samuel and Dion if plays. Just got a nice lead going into the bye. Has Henry already had his bye? Has he?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Got you. Yes, he has.
Yeah,
Week 6, he had his bye.
Henry did have his bye, so that bye is gone already. Only thing I'm worried about is Henry that he gets injured. His usage is insane. Listen, I've been saying that, that in redraft, like it's okay if you want to take the chance and try and win the ship, and Dynasty is a little bit different. He's just ticking time bomb and you want to get rid of him before that happens. And, better off a year early than a year late. So, but yeah, I mean, That is, of course, a thing. And then I think he didn't practice. He had like a sore foot or some shit like that. Well, that's
There
gonna
it
happen.
goes.
That's
There
gonna
it goes.
happen when you get fucking 30 totes.
And the way he runs.
So it's tough, man. No, if I trade Debo, I would. If he trades Debo, he'd have Jacob Stevenson. Yeah, I mean, you still got Gabe and Garrett Wilson, Jacob Stevenson, JT Connor.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Then I'd probably trade Connor and Mostert or something like that and try and get a wide receiver. I don't mind doing that. I'll take Jacobs, but get a wide receiver now. Go trade JT and Connor or Connor and Mostert or something, some kind of combination there.
Yeah, you
And
definitely need a wide receiver
and
too.
see if you can go get an extra wide receiver. He's got Amon-Ra and D-Hop, so that's good, but you'll need a flex.
Yeah, but
Unless you're going
Amon-Ra's
to flex
been getting
JT.
banged up.
Amon-Ra hasn't been banged up. He had a bullshit concussion that wasn't a concussion, they said. I still hate that rule. That's such bullshit. Patrick says, you can wait to cover this question when you're talking about the Bills game. Who do you think takes over that backfield? I have Singletary on my bench, but I kind of like Cook. Cook hasn't been involved. They just went and got Naheem Hines. That's
Right.
That's what they think about Cook is they went out and got Naheem Hines for a position that
100%.
they drafted Cook for that position because they tried to get
100%.
McKissick. Don't forget they tried to get McKissick
In the
and
offseason,
then
yeah.
and that didn't fall through. And then they drafted Cook for that position, and now they fucking trade for Hines. They don't like Cook, so Cook is done. Cook is done. And then Singletary, he's still gonna be maybe the first down and second down back. I don't think there's anybody that takes over. I think you're gonna see everybody. Still gonna see the same mixing all over. So, what do you think? Anything different than that?
No, and I think that Singletary has proven enough over the course of, the chunk of the season where he's going to get his 16, 17, 18 opportunities. In his last 4 games, he's had 16 opportunities. The game against Pittsburgh, he only had 8, but then week 6, he had 22 opportunities, and last week against Green Bay, he had 16 opportunities. So that's plenty enough to be on the flex radar. And like you said, Naeem Hines is strictly a third down passing type situation guy. So there's no reason to think that they're going to transition to James Cook, especially if they just picked up Naeem Hines.
Yeah, absolutely. Sim says, or drop Carter for Khalif Raymond. No, I think I like Carter better with both guys out, with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen out. So I think I do like Carter better. What do you think, Hammer?
No, I like Carter actually a lot more because Mike Williams is going to be out for an extended period, and Keenan Allen hasn't proven that he could step foot on the field and play a full game and not be out. So keep Carter. He's going to have more long-term value, especially as we're getting into the back half of the fantasy season. So keep Carter for sure.
Yeah, Khalif Raymond hasn't done jack shit anyway. So, I mean, had some decent games, 5 for 75, 3 for 76, but 5 for 45. I'm not. No. St. Brown is back. St. Brown missed some of those games. So, yeah. We're rolling with Carter there. Let's hit the next game quick and then we'll head into the chat. Guys, throw them questions in the chat. We'll get to the next game and then hit the questions after. We've got the Colts at the Patriots. Colts at the Patriots.
That's an interesting game. Patriots are at home.
Yeah. Patriots at home.
Did Jonathan Taylor get ruled out?
Yes, Jonathan Taylor is officially ruled out, so Deion Jackson is the guy.
Yep, I'm taking New England here. They actually played pretty well. They they crushed a lot of Jets fans' hope for overtaking them in the division. I think they played well enough to win. They got a good running back. They make some plays to their wide receivers. I like the Patriots here at home. Bill Belichick against an unproven quarterback. I'll take that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take the Patriots as well. Again, at home. Stevenson It's just Stevenson's season now. He's RB1. They're not even giving the ball to Damian Harris. Damian Harris, I think, got hurt again. He didn't go to practice or something like that. So even more good news for Stevenson there. And then as far as on the Colts side, like we said, JT's missing. Still got the rookie QB in there. I don't know what this guy's gonna do, but wasn't great. So yeah, pretty easily. I think the Pats take this one. And what was I gonna say? Thanks for tuning in, everybody out there. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't for us. Appreciate y'all. Let me see what else I got here on Underdog. They got Cheetah for 89.5 receiving yards or 7 catches.
I'm always taking Cheetah with the yards.
Jalen Waddle for 70 receiving yards.
I like Waddle with the catches. I like Cheetah with the yards and Waddle with the grabs.
Waddle's got 5.5. Under or over?
Yeah, they're playing. Who are they playing? We just went over that game.
The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah, I'm taking Waddle over 5.5.
Yeah, I think I'm skipping that one. Justin, what's up, Justin? Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us. Start one: Eno, Herbert, or Dylan. If Connor's not playing, you're definitely starting Eno. If Connor is playing, it might still be Eno, or maybe Dylan, or maybe even Herbert.
No, I'm. Yeah, if Connor's playing, I'm taking Herbert here. If Connor's not playing, I think I still might take Herbert. I think I'm going Herbert regardless here. I'll be honest with you.
If Connor's not playing, you're gonna take Herbert?
I think so.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, Monty's good though, right? Monty's not hurt.
Yeah, Monty's good, but Herbert's getting work, dude, and he's cashing in. He's playing well.
He has been. He scored a touchdown last week, just under 100 yards. Week before that, another 62 yards.
He's playing well, dude.
Oh, he had a receiving touchdown
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago as well. So he is playing well. I'll still take Eno if Connor is sitting. If Connor is playing, then I don't know if I trust Connor too. I feel like he's going to get hurt, and then Eno's still going to go off.
I hear you.
But I'll play it safe though. If Connor is playing, then I might play Herbert as well. He's at least getting like half of the touches. Monty's still getting work, but at least Herbert is still getting like
being
a good
productive.
amount of touches because they are just running the shit out of the ball. So yeah, I'll take Herbert if Connor is playing. If not, I'll take Eno, and Hammer will take Herbert. Either way.
Yep.
But take what y'all want from it. Whoever you guys, whoever you like better. Bold. What up, Hud Bold? Thanks for tuning in. Again, guys, thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us. Help us out there. DJ Moore or Gabe Davis, full PPR. Trevor Lawrence or Justine Fields.
That's a new one.
Let's see. DJ or Gabe Davis, full PPR. Who are we just saying? The Bills were playing the Jets. Yeah, I'm going to go... I think I still gotta go with DJ
against the Bengals.
Gabe Davis he's gonna catch a bomb though. Watch. Gabe Davis is just hit or miss where I don't like it. I think Gabe is gonna give you. I think DJ will give you a safer floor because they look like they're getting him the ball more. What do you think going into this one, Hammer? DJ or Gabe for you?
Yeah, you got to take DJ Moore. He's good. He's the more consistent guy. Gabe Davis is a goddamn roller coaster. And only when I play Gabe Davis does he go off for 35 points on 3 catches for 170 yards. So, yeah, take DJ Moore. Take the safe floor. Take really good upside either way. Gabe Davis is too much of a roll of the dice. He's a flex play at best for me.
Yeah, and then we've got Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. Fields has been awesome. I don't think you can't not play Fields at this point. So I'm going with Fields. What do you think?
a couple of weeks ago, I would have said Trevor Lawrence, and don't even talk to me about Justin Fields. But Trevor Lawrence has not been playing well, dude. Outside of those first really 3 weeks, he's looked like a different quarterback. So Justin Fields gives you the rushing upside. So yeah, I'm gonna lean Justin Fields on this one. Who are the Bears playing? Jesus, I don't know why I'm having like brain farts today. Miami. Yeah. Oof. That's going to be a tough one, but even if they are in a blowout, he could still take off with the ball. And I think the rushing upside alone gives just and at the goal line, he could get rushing touchdowns at the goal line. That's big for me. So give me Justin Fields right now. They are playing well, and I think they're kind of figuring it out, as I said before. So DJ Moore and Justin Fields this week.
Yeah, me too. Val says, "What's up, Val? Thanks for tuning in, brother. I gave up Thielen for Amari Cooper. What you think? Absolutely. That's
yeah.
Man,
that's close to 8 to 10.
Well, that is 8 to 10. That is 8 to 10.
Yes. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Maybe hit them up again before the trade deadline. See what else they want to just give you.
Yeah, that's an awesome move. Awesome move. Justin, would you drop Rondell Moore to get Eno off the waivers? Or no, I wouldn't. Not with Connor coming back. I don't think I would. I think I like Rondell Moore. Especially with no Marquise Brown out. So I do. Unless you don't need Rondell Moore. That's the thing. It's like, what do you need? Do you have wide receivers? Because if you've got wide receivers and you don't need to play Rondell Moore, he's just going to sit on your bench. I would rather have Eno Benjamin because of the upside that if Connor goes down. So I think you got to look at it that way. Is what do you need? If you're playing Rondell Moore every week, then no, I'm probably not going to drop him for Eno. What do you think, Hammer?
Yeah, I mean, Rondell Moore was really good last week. Terrible the week before that. So you really have to value what you need more. Do you need a wide receiver? It's pretty simple. So yeah, I think you just have to see what you need more. I think the thing with Rondell Moore is with Hollywood being out for an extended period, you can play him on a week-to-week basis. With Connor kind of being, game time decision, that kind of leaves you in no man's land per se. So I think Rondell Moore is the more valuable asset right now and over the next, 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah. He said he has Sutton, Olave, Pittman, Juju, and Boyd.
That's not exactly. You're not exactly setting the world on fire with those guys.
Can you make a trade? Can you trade two of those guys? Like, can you trade Rondell Moore and Boyd or something right now, or something? I don't know. Or Sutton trade. I don't know if it's gonna be hard to trade Sutton. He hasn't done jack shit. But
you might be able to trade Boyd.
If you can trade a combination of those guys to get a better guy, that would be something that you could look into there.
Maybe target the owner of Jamar Chase. Try and unload Boyd.
Maybe. Give up whatever you got to give up. Maybe. Simp, should I drop B-Rob to pick up Wandell? Probably not.
I think that's a lateral move regardless.
I mean, do you need a running back? Do you need a running back or do you need a wide receiver? That's what it comes down to. So if you need an RB, then no, you're not going to give up B-Rob. But if you desperately need a wide receiver, then yeah, you could pick up Wandell. There's nobody else.
Or so just let's put it like this: what if he just needs a flex? Who would you rather have?
I probably let me see what Wandell's been, because I don't have him in any leagues. So, but I think they've been getting the ball. So see what it does. Yeah, no, I mean he had one good game. So yeah, I'm gonna go with B-Rob just off of opportunity. He could bang it in at the goal line, as we saw when he came back that one game, and he gets the carries. He's not crazy like elusive. He's not Kenneth Walker or Breece Hall, but he does get the opportunities. So I'd rather have B-Rob. Disagree for the same reason the Panthers are going to transition away from Foreman when Hubbard is healthy. They do not want to pay Singletary. No, they don't want to pay Singletary. That's what I'm saying. Cook, they
But
got
he, but
cheap for the next 3 years.
but even
Yeah,
still, they
they got
traded for Hines.
they got Cook for cheap, yes, but they went and got Hines, who's just literally taking his position. So
And
that was
Singletary's
what Cook
been
was supposed to do.
productive.
Yeah, they're. I mean, listen, they're going to draft a guy next year. Listen, the Bills, the Eagles, these are both teams that were looking to try and get CMC or get a running back at the deadline. So these are teams that are going to be drafting players next year. I mean, Singletary,
And
I don't have any hope for in the future. Cook, I don't have any hope for in the future.
And also
Either
too,
of them.
think about it like this. Why wouldn't they ride the wheels till they fall off per se on Singletary, knowing they're not gonna have him there in the future? What sense does it make kind of transitioning from him? Use him. He's been effective. He knows the offense. And I'll be honest with you, I think that first game for James Cook when he fumbled in that game just that left a sour taste in the Bills. You know, they're going for a championship, dude. They're not fucking around, and they don't need guys that are going to put it on the ground. And Singletary's proven that he can play at an elite level with this offense, run the ball, receive the ball, and he knows his role. So, like you said, they traded for Hines. They wouldn't have did that if they believed in James Cook.
Yeah, absolutely. Is they going to transition from Foreman when Hubbard is healthy? I mean,
It's a little different though.
I think Hubbard obviously is going to take away some touches, but Foreman is still going to be kind of that main first and second down dude. So I think Hubbard will come in on those third downs and be more pass catching, but Foreman is still going to get like the goal line, I think, and the majority of the carries. But yeah, I mean, we know what Foreman is. I mean, he's a good backup guy. He can come in and really produce for you. So super talented. You heard it here first. Cook is going to be something.
Sounds like Bagala. Has he been hanging out with Bagala?
Yeah,
Like I don't.
I got drafted him in the first round of Dynasty, all giddy. I mean, I get what you're saying. He is talented. Don't get me wrong, he's talented. But even in college, he never carried the ball more than like 6 times in one game. He's not like an actual like running back. So
He's
I
not
just
Brees Hall. He's not ETN.
no. And yes, he can catch the ball at the backfield, but something is not right. Obviously, something is not right that they went out and drafted and bought Hines for a guy that they just drafted to actually be that position. So something obviously is not right. So I don't know what's going on there. But I'll hold you to it, Patrick. I want to get one of these guys running backs. He has so much depth, but he doesn't bite. He has Henry, Kamara, Jones, and Walker. Yeah, I mean, listen, if he's not biting, I mean, you're probably only going to be able to get Jones from him. I mean, the other guys have been pretty solid all around. So you got to get Jones. I would attack Jones and see if he'll give up Jones because he's probably not giving up the other guys. What do you think about that, Hammer?
Run that question one more time. I was looking at something. My bad.
He wants to get one of the guys running backs. He's got Henry, Kamara, Jones, and Walker.
I want to get one of these, but he doesn't bite. He has Henry, Kamara, Aaron Jones, and Kenneth Walker. I mean, yeah, listen, all those guys are really good. I think Aaron Jones is the most volatile of those guys in terms of how the Packers use him and get him involved. But all four of those guys are really good. I don't think you're getting Henry because he's just on a tear right now, and I think Kenneth Walker, people don't really want to give him up because of the trajectory he's on. So maybe a Kamara, maybe a Aaron Jones. You would kind of target one of those two guys if you want to pick them up. I think they're kind of similarly the same player in terms of really good running backs, but I think Jones is a better running back, like between the tackles and rushing the ball. They're both, and I think Kamara's a little bit better of a pass catcher overall. But yeah, target Kamara, target Jones. See what you could get. I don't think you're getting Henry, obviously, and I don't think you're going to get Walker. And if it's too much, then it's too much, man. Don't pillage your entire team, to get one running back. It really depends on what you're trying to offer.
Dustin says he's got CMC and Barkley on a bye. He would only need Eno for this week. So yeah, roll out Herbert because all right.
Yep.
CMC, Swift, Jay Will, Eno, and Dion are my other running backs. So yeah, I mean you've got some nice RBs.
Man, that CMC
Yeah,
thing
I'm
looks
okay.
really
I'm
good right
okay
now.
with dropping. I'm okay with dropping B-Rob to pick up Wandell if that's what you need. Looks like you've got some RBs covered there. So, or not? Actually, no, I wouldn't do that because you've got Swift. Well, you've got
Well,
Jamal Williams.
he's got Swift and
You've
Jamal.
got
Yeah.
CMC. You've got Yeah. All right then. Justin said I was trying to get rid of Boyd and Olave for Swift, but he said no.
It's not
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Boyd and Swift are pretty good right now. Boyd and Swift are pretty good, but it's an
well, he
okay.
said Boyd and Olave for Swift.
I mean, Boyd and Olave for Swift, yeah. Um, the guy said no, so I don't know. Maybe it was a blessing for you. Could turn out well. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind taking a stab at a guy like that. I'm sure you drafted Olave and Boyd really late, so I mean, if you've got other wide receivers and you need a running back and you want to take a chance on
Yeah.
something, then absolutely. Hines is going to be the receiving scat back. Yeah, Cook is going to be the early down back. Oh, wait,
No, they have Singletary. They're not doing that.
Last quarter of the season, Cook is going to be the guy. I don't. Cook was never an actual like running back that gets totes like that. He wasn't that in college, and I doubt they're going to make him or put him through that in the NFL. His body's not even built for that.
Right.
He's not like his brother. He's not like Dalvin Cook.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No, but he's not. Physically, he's not. Should I trade J-Rob and Lazard for CD? Yes, absolutely. Go do that shit right now. Don't even.
That's an 8 to 10 stamp. Come back and let us know if you do that.
Get off the stream right now and go hit that shit up.
Yes.
You've just committed a crime, bro. Thoughts on Cup this week? Yeah, we didn't get to the Rams game yet, which we were going to go over. But yeah, what do you think about Cup this week? Hammer, he is going to play. They're saying he's okay.
He is. So really quick, Blanc, I just wanted to tell you this. I actually started following this guy. I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I was talking to Bagala about it. There's this like doctor guy on Instagram.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
I follow him. Always follow
the same one I'm following.
Deepak.
I don't remember what his
or the other guy. I follow both of them. There's two of them.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, he kind of gives you like the injury, the re-injury risk, what level he should be playing at, like all that good stuff. So that's pretty dope.
Sports Med, Deepak.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope. He feels pretty comfortable with Cooper Kupp this week. There was some swelling, but the fact that he walked off under his own power is really good. If Kupp plays, he's going to be the number one target. I will say this though, for his standards, the last couple of weeks have been a little disappointing. Just in terms of you're expecting fucking 25-30 every game. Yeah. So he's giving you 13 and he had 19 last week. So, all right, fine. But for his standards, he's been a tick down over the last couple of weeks. He did have the bye sandwiched in there. So listen, Cooper Kupp's out there. He's going to get 12, 13, maybe 14 targets. So he'll be fine. If he's playing, you play him. I play him. I've had him for the last year and a half in Dynasty. I'm trying to trade for him in one of my redraft leagues. But yeah, Cooper Kupp's amazing, and I may or may not have bought his jersey. Well, my wife bought me his jersey. He's awesome.
G said, Stevenson and Debo too much for Kamara. Yes, that's too much for Kamara because Stevenson's been great, so I'm not paying that. I'm not paying Stevenson and Debo for Kamara. No,
that is a lot.
Patrick, with Thomas gone for the season, if Landry's healthy, is he a thing again? No, probably not. I'm not betting on it. What do you think, Cameron?
No, I picked up Jarvis Landry in the offseason on my Dynasty team. He had 20 points in week 1, and I think he has 20 points total since. Yeah. No, thank you.
Sim said Burks, Mike Williams, and Eli Mitchell sitting on his IR. Oof. Not sure about Burks is worth keeping with the offense he is in. I mean, he's on IR at this point.
He's on IR. Just keep him there.
You might as well just keep him there. I mean, Eli Mitchell, even though he's on IR, he's still good to have because if CMC goes down, he could kind of step right in. Mike Williams. I mean, if you've got to drop one, I'm dropping Burks out of the 3.
Yeah, Burks easily.
If that's kind of the question. But if you're allowed to keep him in IR, it's not going to hurt you. Then
Agreed.
Who cares? You might as well just keep him there. All right, let's get to the next game. Throw any other questions you got in the chat. We'll hit up this next game and then we'll get to those. Let us know what y'all think about the games too as we're going over this shit. But Raiders at Jags. Raiders at Jags. I got the Jags going into this one, man.
I know.
Jags are
I know.
looking good. I mean, they suck, but ETN's a beast. The Raiders are just absolutely horrible.
Trash. Hot trash.
I've been, yeah, man. I wasn't a fan of Derek Carr, but wait, what do you think about this game, Hammer?
This is a pick'em game if there ever was one. Oh God. I don't know, dude. Can I choose death? Is that an option? Yeah. Jesus. I'm literally looking at all the metrics and it's a 50-50 split. They don't know who to take. Oh God. Give me the Raiders, but I don't like it.
Actually, I think I missed a game, but that's all right. We'll hit that after. You got the Raiders?
Yeah, give me the Raiders. I don't like it though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with the Jags. We're rolling with the Jags on this. ETN is just looking up. Hopefully Trevor Lawrence has a decent game. Be exciting to see Calvin Ridley next year. Speaking of the Jags, what do you think about the Calvin Ridley trade? And I literally just said this the other day. I think you and Bacala were on stream. That what if they go get
I love it.
Calvin Ridley?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
They needed a number one.
There's nothing else to say. I love it. And then you slide Christian Kirk down to the 2. You got ETN. You got Evan Ingram. All Trevor Lawrence has to do is stop turning the goddamn football over and he'd be just fine.
Yeah, that is true.
It's the bottom line.
Very, very true. Raider side, I mean, Josh Jacobs, he didn't have a good game last game, right?
No, he didn't, but he's been really good.
He has been. Hopefully he can get back into form. Hopefully Devontae gives you something. Hopefully Derek
He's
Carr
going to be better than that. You got to imagine.
Because it's been bad.
Is Waller out?
I think he's questionable. I think he's more of a game time
Jesus.
decision. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Officially questionable, it says, so limited.
But how can you even count on him?
So yeah, I mean, I'm not counting on him or excited about it. So
I can't even give you Hunter Renfrow anymore, dude. I just, oh God, I hate it.
All right, Bills at Jets. That's the one that we skipped over. Bills at Jets.
It's
Jets,
the Bills.
5-3.
No, it's the Bills, and it's not close.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills as well. I don't know how much Hines is going to be involved the first week.
Doesn't matter.
But no, I know. I'm not saying that has anything to do with the
from a fantasy, yeah.
But yeah, from a fantasy perspective, be cautious about playing Hines this week. You don't know if he's going to see all of the snaps.
And you want to see what he looks like. What's his role going to be? How are they going to use him? Yeah.
I'm guessing he'll be that third down guy. Because Cook is just not it, Patrick. But yeah, I mean, as far as the Jets are concerned, I mean, Jackie Will didn't look great. He had, I guess you can say, he had a little flashes here and there. They did make some plays, but he had just some stupid mistakes, bro. And he's got to fix that if he's gonna think that he wants to still be the quarterback of the Jets, because that's gonna be rough, man. But yeah, he's got to stop turning the ball over. So it was dumb too. The 2 picks he threw were just dumb picks. Throw it away, So, and we'll see how much involved J-Rob is this game as well.
Yeah,
involved last game. Going easily. I'm going easily with the Bills here as well. Let's see. Jackson said JT and Judy for Travis Etienne. Yeah, bye. I'll get him. Go get him. Yeah. Jackson. Watching videos. What up, watching videos? Thanks for tuning in, man. Guys, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't for us. Appreciate y'all. Should I do this trade? Hopkins, D-Hop, Olave, and TJ Hawk for Mark Andrews and Amon-Ra?
No.
Kelsey as my flex, so Andrews would be my permanent flex. Is this a tight end
No.
premium? If not, then no, I'm probably not gonna do it. I do like D Hop. I do like Olave. If you got Mark Andrews, if you got Kelsey, you're fine there. If you need another receiver, you can probably trade Mark Andrews straight up for a pretty good wide receiver. So,
Yep.
like I said, unless this is like a tight end premium,
Even still.
is this a tight end premium? There's so many tight ends involved in this that no, because if you can play Kelsey and Andrews and a tight end premium, then that's fucking awesome. Then yes, would do that. You get you still get Amon Ra at least, but you get Mark Andrews. So yeah. Jackson says keep your three. Yeah, Jackson. I feel the same. Like I said, unless it's a tight end premium, then I wouldn't do it. It doesn't make much sense to do unless it's that. G the X says the guy is trying to sell JT high. He asked for Kelsey. Yeah, forget that guy. Then just move off of him, bro. Move off of him. You don't need to be paying that for JT. There was Javonte Williams, so get the fuck out. Wait, what is this? What is this one referring to, Patrick? Or maybe I said
the main guy. Is he talking about Javonte being a?
Huh?
Is he talking about Javonte being like the guy? Kind of deal.
I don't know. Did I say something about that? I don't remember.
I got
my
nothing.
bad. My bad, Patrick. I don't know if I read the comment late. I didn't remember what that was. What it was referring to. My team is 7-1. Yeah, Val, you got a nice squad there. If you're 7-1, you made those
Mm-hmm.
trades. I told you yesterday and today. Brady, Swift, Amon Ra, Thielen. Brady, Swift, Amon Ra, Thielen for Mahomes, JT, Amari Cooper. Now I got. You traded. Wait, what? Traded Brady, Swift, Amon Ra, and Thielen for Mahomes, JT, and Amari. Is that what you did? Well, he's got Mahomes, JT, CMC, D Hop, Amari, Kelsey, Damian Pierce, ETN, Lazard, J Rob, Juju. How many Vals? How many players do you need to start here? Let me know how many players you need to start. I probably would have stayed. I like. Well, no. I mean, you do get Mahomes, so yeah, I'll take it. It's not a bad trade. But now it's not a complete. You still got more moves to make. I feel like. What do you think about this, Hammer? I still feel like he's got to make another move. He's got plenty of dudes. Let us know again how many you can start. Is it 2 RB, 3 wide receiver, 2 flex, or what? Yeah, he's
Jesus,
got
you have
2 wide
this.
receiver, 2 flex.
This team is insane. ETN, Pierce, CMC, Mahomes. I mean, he could upgrade the wide receivers. I would imagine.
Got 2 wide receivers and 2 flex. So he's got JT and CMC that he's playing every week. He's got D Hop and Amari. And
I'm
then he's got
playing.
Pierce, and he's got Pierce and ETN. So yeah, you're pretty set. You're pretty set right now. D Hop's doing his thing. Amari is doing his thing. He should hopefully be better when Watson comes back.
I would try and move off of JT and see if you can get a wide receiver, even if it's a wide receiver 3-ish.
But he doesn't have another RB. He's got to stay with JT.
Yeah. No.
Oh no, he's got Damian Pierce.
Pierce and ETN.
So yeah, maybe you could trade JT and Lazard or JT and Juju or some shit like that. And pick up another wide
100%,
receiver.
bro.
That'd be good because then you could just play CMC and ETN, and then you've got D Hop and so receiver. But yeah, I'd do that. I'd see if you can move JT and a piece, Lazard, J Rob, Juju, any of those guys, and see what you can get.
This team is stacked, dude. Jesus.
Will you give me a shit? Oh, for Cooks, my bad. Yeah, saying he's gonna be the guy. So I said whether it was an injury or not. Neither is Javonte Williams. But Javonte Williams was about to be the guy. He was getting 90% of the snaps before he got hurt. and Melvin Gordon fumbled for the second time. So it was done. It was over. Javonte was about
Yeah.
to wreck everybody. I hope he
But that,
ruined your season, Stevie. He he didn't actually. I mean, I had multiple. I had Javonte, I had Swift, I had Stafford, A-Rob, Mooney. I think all those guys on one team. So I was totally fucked regardless on that team. But yeah, he did ruin me because I traded for him in Dynasty and he got hurt and ruined my shit. And then I traded him for Drake London. So fuck. It's go fuck yourself is go fuck yourself. Man, I know that part, bro. I didn't know what you were trying to say before
thanks
about
for
what you
clearing.
said with Javon.
Thanks for clearing that up, Pat.
Yeah, I'm trying to trade Lazard and J Rob for CD. I mean, you probably got to give up more than that. But if you can do that, I mean, that's a fucking that
Maybe
deserves
maybe
an 8 to 10.
maybe JT and Lazard would get it done.
JT and Lazard should definitely get it done. I don't mind doing that. How do these guys draft these crazy teams? I wonder who the fuck's in their league. Yeah, I mean, you've got who's in the league or how many teams is it? 8 team, 10 team. I
That's true.
typically only play. I play in I think one 10 team league. The rest are all 12 or 14. So we play a little bit deeper.
Deeper, yeah.
I don't love the whole 8 team or 10 team, but it is what it is. Holmes or Brady all time if you're doing a redraft in real life. Holmes or Brady in real life, you mean? Mahomes or
Yeah,
Brady? Yeah, I'll take Mahomes. I'll still take
I,
Mahomes.
yeah,
Brady.
I think, and it's weird too because Mahomes came out of the gate just guns blazing. Brady kind of was carried along by that defense for a while. So Mahomes is the better talent, obviously, and also too at that time that Brady was coming up. I don't think the plethora of great quarterbacks was in that early 2000s range. I know you had good quarterbacks and Hall of Fame kind of guys around here and there, but yeah, Mahomes is the better talent, obviously. But we know what we know about Brady's resume. Mahomes' resume is not finished yet.
Yeah, it's not finished yet. It's still very early. But just like Brady comes up in the clutch, we've seen Mahomes time and time again come up in the clutch. 13 seconds, 11 seconds, whatever it was, numerous times where this guy is just getting down the field. So,
And
yeah, I'll absolutely take Mahomes, and plus he could scramble a little bit. So yeah.
also too take into account though that division that Brady played in for 20 years with Buffalo, Miami, and the Jets. For most of that time, it was basically you win 2 games and you're in the Super Bowl every single year.
Yeah,
For Mahomes, there's a
not to
little more
mention
competition.
he's always had like a top 10 defense as well.
Right.
Not trying to take anything away from him, but just saying Mahomes ain't getting nothing close to that.
No,
Yeah,
Mahomes
he
is the
did
better
because he
player.
wasn't producing anyway. Yeah. Anything for you, Hammer? Patrick is trying to be your boy today. Stevie's my
He's
enemy.
trying. He's
All
trying.
right, Patrick. We can be friends for tonight, Hammer. Because
Hey, as long as you don't
Bagala ain't here, so
see
he'll
see
settle for you. He'll settle for you.
see that's a backhanded compliment, and I don't accept that. You almost had me, Patrick. You almost had me, and then you threw that last line about Bagala. So that's it. We're done. I mean, you didn't mention the Browns today, so that's a positive note.
Yeah, Val says it's a 10-man. He's got another 12-1 in another league.
Well,
But
10 teams, I could see how you get those kind of guys. And also, too, ETN wasn't a sure thing. He kind of, when J-Rob came out of the gate, ETN wasn't exactly lighting it up like he has been.
Yeah,
so.
All right, Seahawks at Cardinals is the next game. All right, Seahawks at Cardinals. We've got, of course, Geno that's been playing fucking
out of his mind.
Out of his mind. We've got DK, who's got another week of rest. Somehow played last week and scored a touchdown after
and played well,
shredding his fucking knee. Kenny Walker, of course, is beasting, and then on the other side we've got Kyler Murray, who I don't know, he just looks worse and worse every week as an actual quarterback. Connor should be coming back, as we've said. Keep an eye on that, though, because it most likely will be game time. You don't know if he could tweak something or something. D-Hop obviously is going off. You've got Rondale Moore, who is back in the groove PPR-wise. what do you got for this game, Hammer? Tell me about it.
If this game was in Seattle, it wouldn't even be a question. I would be taking the Seahawks. I do have some cause to pause. And like I said, with the Cardinals, it never seems to look pretty. But at the end, you look at the stat line and you go, yeah, I'll take that. You know what I mean? I traded for Kyler Murray in your home league, Steve. And he's been pretty good for me. You know, the final stat line looks fine. And I've won 2 games since I made that trade. I was 0-6. And I won 2 games since I made that trade. I'm probably going to win again this week. I'm playing somebody that has a ton of buys, and I pretty much got my full complement. But yeah, oh man, I want to take the Seahawks so bad, dude. And I'm going to take them. I'm taking Seattle. Fuck it.
I was taking Seattle from the jump. I do some picks at work as well, so I picked Seattle. And yeah, I just think they're just playing well. And like you said, you know, Kyler Murray's stats at the end of the day look good because they suck at first and they're down by so much that
and they're just throwing it all over the yard.
Garbage time, and the defense is just giving them everything, you know, until they get down into the red zone. And but it's he just hasn't looked good. Like, he literally looks like a toddler running around back there, and it's so funny. I can't get it out of my head after I saw the memes. He just looks like a fucking child running around back there. And that's the thing, is like nothing is on script. I think we talked about this last week with Bagala, is nothing is on script. Everything is just off script, and you can't fucking play like that. You just you
not
can't
expect to win games consistently.
Win like that, and that's why they've struggled in meaningful games, especially in the playoffs, where he just isn't able to do anything. Defense can kind of just key in on him. So you know, just stay off the duty, Kyle, and just, you know, watch the film, bro. I mean, I saw. Listen, Call of Duty should give them extra XP points for fucking studying film. That's what they need. That's what That's what the Cardinals need to do. Get them fucking double XP just for watching film and shit. But you got anything else to throw in on that game?
Nah, I saw the meme that said the new Call of Duty comes out this week. Kyler Murray's gonna have a shit game.
Go for it yourself. Hammer, Cleveland will finish with a better record than Green Bay. Ooh, that is possible.
I mean, that's not saying much.
It is possible, but yeah, that isn't saying much. You know, it isn't saying much. Vikings are amazing. I got Ertz going. I think the Cards win, but you're right. If it was in Seattle, I got Seattle all day. Yeah, I'm still just gonna go with Seattle because I just don't like I don't like the way that the Cardinals are playing at all.
Seattle's just playing so much better, man. They just got their shit together.
Murray getting the Dak trash time stats that he got his whole career. Yeah, bro.
So we're talking about
exactly.
And I played some games against Kyler Murray, like in fantasy, and he'll have like 9 points through 3 quarters, and he'll finish with 28. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, that's kind of Kyler Murray's MO at this point.
Let me know how I did on this parlay. Where's the parlay, Council? I can't help you if I can't see it, brother.
Oh, I love this. Now you're in my wheelhouse. I love this parlay shit.
So throw it out there. Again, you know, we are going to have Hammer going forward, make a short video every week of whatever picks that he thinks or whatever he's got going on. So this way everyone can tune into that. It's not going to be live. He'll just make a video when he has time. We'll post it. So just make sure you got the noties on.
Also, too, if you're doing parlays, kind of give me, you know, how many legs you want to do. I'm a nut job, so I do like 3 or 4 tickets each week. I'll do 10, 12, 14 teams. But if you want, I could give you my like top 4, top 6, you know, somewhere in that range. So let me know how many legs you usually run, and I'll go with my more confidence picks for those, you know, those parlays.
Yeah, well, you put whatever you like, Hammer, and then whoever's got questions, just throw them in the, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure you comment. This way we can get back to you on it. And also make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you're on private, make sure just comment in any video giveaway, so you can be in the giveaway for the card. I think I got it right over here, actually. So it's a Michael Pittman rookie card, okay? PSAA graded 10 card, okay? I'm giving this away for all our subscribers. I'll just do it next week. I was trying to do it from last week, but then I just kind of got lazy and stopped posting it. So, um, but yeah, make sure you're subscribed so you got a chance to win that. Like I said, if you're on private, I can't see that you're subscribed, so you're gonna have to comment on any video. Just comment giveaway. This way, I could put you in for that. Do we like Henry over 88 rushing yards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Henry for 88 rushing yards. I like
Oh
Henry for
yeah.
88. My bad. I haven't been on the. I've got Underdog open, but I haven't been going through it. Well, I'll go through more of that tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. Because we got the games just going over here. But Jackson, I actually don't like that this week. You don't like the 88 rushing yards?
I mean,
They're
I
playing
think
the
he's
Chiefs.
thinking they're playing Kansas City. Yeah, I think he's kind of looking at game script, but I think the Titans will want to impose their game script on the Chiefs and try and keep it away from Mahomes. So that means a heavy
That's
dose
true.
of Derrick Henry. So 88 yards seems very attainable for Derrick Henry. I would take the over, but Patrick, I understand the thinking behind it where, if they're going to be down by, double digits with,
Oh, they took it
after the
off
first quarter.
Underdog. Shit, I can't even do it. They took it off. It's not available. But yeah, I can see where you're thinking of there. But also, it doesn't even matter because even when they're down by 14, they fucking just still run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still going to get the work. You got the Rams or Bucks this week. They've both been doing
I think that was
bad.
our next game, right?
That's the next game we're just about to go over, G. So hold on tight for that. Patrick said, I still think he still have 100, 125 total yards, but I think Henry comes back down to live this
Earth.
life this week. Yeah, but he's not going to get like 30, 40 receiving yards. I mean, he could. He's had some good games actually receiving where you kind of don't expect it. So it is very, very possible. But I'd bet more on the rushing than I would on the receiving. Outsole says Eckler over on 100. Yeah, I looked at Eckler's. It's a lot, bro. It's a very high. So I'm gonna just stay away from it. It's very high. He could very
I
well
like the
do
Aaron Jones 100
a
and a half
combination.
rushing receiving. I like that.
I still think that's even a lot. I don't know. Raheem Mostert, a touchdown or a receiving touchdown. Justin Fields over 50 rushing. Diggs over. Yeah, outsole. Like I said, I'll get more into it tomorrow, just because we're trying to get through the rest of the games here. But yeah, I'll pull up Underdog tomorrow on the screen tomorrow night, and we'll go over all the different picks, and we'll see what we like, just like we did last week. So last week we had some good hits. But we'll go over more of that tomorrow. Down to earth. Yeah, I feel you, Patrick. Receiving TDs for Diggs.
At the
Yeah,
Jets.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got Sauce Gardner probably is going to be trying to be all over him.
Yeah, but
Um,
Diggs is a dude.
no, he definitely is a dude. Definitely is a dude. But yeah, I mean, I'll take the receiving touchdown. Just make sure you're not betting a lot, or do the five picks. Sai, what's up, Sai? Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit that like for us if you haven't already. Do I trade Kamara and Devontae for Debo, Chubb, and Godwin? Do I trade Kamara and Devontae for Debo, Chubb, and Godwin? Yeah, I think I'd do that. You get Debo and Godwin for Devontae, and then you get Chubb, who's been even better than Kamara. But yeah, I'd do that. What do you think, Kamara? What you got?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Go and get that shit, Sai. Robbie, what up, Robbie? Pick two, Dubes, Duvernay, Deion Jackson, half PPR, but 1 point per first down reception.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never
That's
heard
kind
that
of
before.
that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. That's a tough one. I'll let you answer this one first, Tyler.
I think I'm going the first two guys here. I like Dubes and Duvernay. Obviously, Bateman is done for the season. So Duvernay is kind of really the only guy. And then I think Dubes is picking up some steam, man. Aaron Rodgers is seeming to trust him more and more. He had the nice play against Buffalo, so I think the confidence is there. Using some objectivity, I like what I see from him. I like the trust, and I like his ability to make plays. He still does kind of drop some passes here and there. But, you know, confidence with Aaron Rodgers is a big thing. And if he starts to really, if he makes another big play this week against the Lions, you could really see Dukes kind of take off as an emerging, you know, kind of number one-ish target for Aaron Rodgers. So give me Dubes and Duvernay here, especially if Lazard doesn't play.
Yeah, if Lazard doesn't play, then I'm definitely playing Dubes. If Lazard does play,
it matters for
if
Dubes.
Lazard does play, I'm probably just gonna play Duvernay and Jackson.
I would agree with that.
Because I like the first down, 1 point per first down reception, where Deion Jackson, you know, had 10 catches the last game. Now, again, it's not Matt Ryan; it's a different QB, of course. But I do like that because I don't think Dubes is like that possession kind of guy. Duvernay is not a possession kind of guy either, so
no, he's not.
It really doesn't help you there. Jackson, it could, but yeah, I'll go with Dubes and Duvernay if Lazard doesn't play. If Lazard does play, I'm going with Duvernay and Jackson.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat. I do like Dubes though. How he's starting to really.
I like him too.
But Lazard does matter because he does look for Lazard a lot, especially in the red zone. So yeah.
Yeah, whose defense do you like more this week, Miami or Kansas City?
So Miami's playing Chicago, Kansas City playing Tennessee. Oof, that's actually a tough one. I think I might lean Kansas City here just because I think Chicago is starting to figure it out a little bit offensively. I know Miami did trade for Bradley Chubb. Yeah, that's actually tougher now that I'm starting to really break it down a little bit. I don't know. I don't think Tennessee is going to score a ton of points. I think Chicago can score some points. Oof. I don't know, dude. What do you think? That's a tough one.
I don't think Tennessee scores a lot of points. So Kansas City's a nice little like sleeper kind of defense this week.
Yeah.
But again, any team that's playing the Bears are kind of the same thing where they don't have like an explosive offense. So
right.
You know, they do run the ball a lot, so you might not see a lot of sacks. You might not get points for sacks, but they're also not going to put up a ton of points. So, but yeah, I still like Kansas City, especially the fact that if they are up, if they're up in that game, you know, Titans might have to throw the ball, and you know, maybe you could see some turnovers.
Is Tannehill playing this week, or are they rolling Malik Willis back out there? Do we know?
No, I think Tannehill is playing now. Let's double check real quick, but yeah, I believe Tannehill is. Well, it says to be determined, so yeah.
Still some questions.
So even still, yeah, I think I like Kansas City. Though it is close. You can play either or. I mean, see, Val's and my 12th man. My team is Gino, Saquon, Najee, Sutton, Hollywood, Hurst, Gabe Davis, Bateman, Zeke. Geez, you got a bunch of hurt dudes. Zeke, Algier, Herbert, Thornton, Josh Reynolds. I'm 4-4, but I'm probably losing this week. Yeah.
That's a tough.
Hollywood's tough to lose. Sutton isn't doing anything. So and then Bateman is hurt. So you've got no wide receivers like
Zeke on a bye and he's banged up.
Thornton, Josh Reynolds. Yeah, that's tough, bro. Ravi says, shoot. Also, I traded Keenan for Higgins. Awesome. And Curtis Samuel in a different league, bro. That's amazing. I don't know how you pulled that off. Whose grandma you traded there?
Yeah, that's just give me that 8 to 10 business. Come on.
For that bad boy, that's a sick trade, Robbie. That's awesome. It's awesome. I feel bad for whoever's grandma that was, though.
No, dude, that's a blind person playing fantasy football there. He just hit a button.
Patrick said, yeah, I was leaning towards Kansas City because they're home, and even with Chubb, Miami secondary is trash. Yeah, so there's that. Let's get to the next game. Guys, throw those questions in the chat. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can get in on this giveaway that I will be giving away. I guess we'll do next week on Saturday night. I guess we'll do it. So we'll run it for a week. Got to put some more videos out. But where were we at? Rams Bucks. Rams Bucks. That's the next one here. Let's run through these last three quick.
Yeah, I'm taking the
Rams
Bucks.
at Bucks. What do you got, Hammer? And tell me.
I'm taking the Bucks here, man. Something ain't right with the Rams. I don't know if it's a Super Bowl hangover. I don't know if it's because that offensive line is trash. I don't know if it's because they can't run the ball, or maybe it's a combination of all three. I think the Bucks still have the parts in place. I know their O-line isn't as good, but I think I just like the Bucks a little bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bucks here.
I mean, listen, to be fair, something ain't right with the Bucks either. I mean, you say that.
True. Very true.
You know, but yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Bucks at home in this one as well. Hopefully Tom Brady picks it up a little bit. I mean, only 9 touchdowns on the year, and we're in week what?
9.
Yeah. That's not typical Tom Brady. So
no. And the parts are there, bro.
Listen, Godwin's getting, targets. Evans is getting targets. They're still scoring fantasy points. They're not top 10 guys. They're more like top 20 guys right now. But, they have that upside if Brady can just put
Get his shit together.
But meanwhile, speaking of Giselle and Tom Brady, real quick, I saw a meme today. I forgot what it was. It wasn't even about them. It was about the kicker, the Falcons kicker. So it was like
Young Ho
Kim, Young Ho Koo. So it was like it was. So the meme was my ex is a bitch or my wife is a bitch, something like that, but and then it's got the kicker there, and it's like, so it's, but my young ho is cool, my young ho cool.
I need to take a break from the internet for like a week.
Like I said, my young ho cool. All right, Vals. The team is we saw this already. No, we didn't. Gino, Algier, Davis. I got to choose between Raymond, Marshall, and D Carter to pick up and play. Hurst, MVS, Bengals, D. My team is Gino, Algier, Herbert, and Gabe Davis. I got to choose between Khalif Raymond, Marshall, Carter to pick up. Probably, I'm more comfortable playing Carter with both of those guys out and play Hurst, MVS, and so you got to play Hurst, MVS, and Bengals D. Okay, who are you picking out of that, Hammer?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if no Keenan, no Mike, Justin Herbert's a damn good quarterback, so why wouldn't you at least give Carter a look? It's not optimal, but if you have Justin Herbert throwing you the ball, you kind of got to give that a nod. So yeah, so I would take Carter as well, and hope for the best.
Yeah, definitely. Patrick says he's got the Rams. Okay. What makes you go with the Rams, Patrick? Dylan, Singletary, Pacheco, pick 2.
Dylan and Singletary.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Dylan and Singletary too. Pacheco could be a sneaky pick. He could be, because he could start running the ball if they start blowing out the Titans, but it's just hard because even as the starting running back, he just didn't get carries. He didn't get a lot of work, So it's just rough. I think I want to see it before I'm comfortable with Pacheco. At least I know that Dylan and Singletary are going to get carries. So that's what I would say about that. Do you think anything different, Hammer?
No, not at all. And I just think the thing with Pacheco is you can't, there's nothing really bankable there. Singletary, you have to go with him if those are one of your 3 options. I think he's the automatic there. And then AJ Dillon, I don't have much confidence in that, but I do think if they are, giving it to the Lions and they have a 4th quarter lead, then Dillon definitely becomes a viable factor, and maybe even down by the goal line at some point. I've seen them run some sets where both of those guys are on the field together. So I would go Dillon and Singletary here.
Yeah, I mean, they are playing the Lions too, so.
And the Lions give up a ton of rushing yards.
My bad. Rams have literally starting guys from the practice squad. Yeah. Ronnie Rivers. I don't know why they don't try and get an RB. I think they were trying to get an RB. The whole Akers thing didn't work out, but it looks like now he's back at practice, so they're going to integrate him back in. But this is a thing where they're either just going to draft somebody next year, or they're just going to go out and buy somebody eventually if they wind up picking up somebody. So, but I think they have that. I mean, when they had Todd Gurley, like that hurt. I mean, Todd Gurley just retired at age 28.
And it set them back big time.
And that was
Cam Akers was the guy.
A huge contract they gave him. So I don't know. I guess put it like this: pick 4. I need an RB1, RB2, and 2 flexes out of Mixon, Gabe Davis, Singletary, and Dillon and Pacheco. Mixon, Gabe Davis, Singletary, Dillon, and Pacheco.
Yeah, it's the first 4.
So you got to play 4. You got to play 2 RBs. So you're playing
Mixon and Singletary.
And then play Gabe and Dillon. Yeah.
Yep.
And Pacheco's out, unfortunately. All right, let's get to this next game real quick. We've got the Titans Chiefs.
Yeah, it's got to be the Chiefs, no?
Yeah, I'm definitely Chiefs. I guess you're going with the Chiefs too?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we talked about Patty a little bit before. Obviously, he's a fucking beast. Kelsey is just absolutely killing it. Not sure what's going to happen in the run game, really, as we just talked about.
I don't think it matters.
Putting a whole bunch of different guys in there where even McKinnon is like decently valuable, like in deep leagues. Who I'm actually playing in the Dynasty League this week. It's like got no RBs to play. But
it's brutal out there.
Brutal. I mean, we talked about it a little bit before too, a little bit earlier, where Chiefs maybe they come out, and start killing them, or maybe the Titans, really, really have success running the football and slow this game down to where it can possibly be, a compatible game or a good game. So we'll see what happens there. But either way, Henry's going to get his fucking 30 touches. Even if they're down by 7, 14, doesn't matter. They'll still try and run the ball to stay in the game because they're also keeping Mahomes off the field by running the ball. So, I think they're going to obviously keep handing it to Henry. Yeah. Has that injured foot a little bit this week. And that's from running the rock so many times. So we'll see, see how that turns out there. But you got anything really to add in there? Burke's obviously still in IR, so.
No, I think it might be closer than you might like at halftime. I could see it being like 17-10 at halftime or something like that, and then the Chiefs just come out in the third quarter and just go full steam ahead. There's only so much that Tennessee could do with Kansas City right now in terms of the weapons, the firepower. Mahomes is just clicking on all cylinders right now, so I think it'll be closer in the first half than people think, but I think that third quarter is really going to be the difference for Kansas City pulling away.
Yeah, I feel you on that. We trade JT for Ramondre and Keenan. Yeah, I'll do that right now. I don't care that Keenan's hurt. I'd still do it. And then you can Keenan if you want, but I'd rather just have the security and the safeness of Ramondre, who is still going to be great. And if JT does turn back into form, Ramondre's doing the same thing. So you get a free player in Keenan Allen. So I'll take it. It just says I don't trust the Bucks. I got Rams because it's a bigger payout because they're underdogs. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't trust the Bucks either. They haven't been good. Like I said before, they've been playing like shit, just like the Rams have. So
right.
Val said, "Did you guys hear the new Drake album?" No, I didn't hear the new Drake album. Is he actually rapping or is he still on that singing shit? I like rapper Drake better than the whole singing. I don't listen to much these days. I still listen to all my old guns. But there's not much good rappers these days. But yeah, Drake is the guy that does a little bit of everything. I do fucks with Drake a lot. But no, I didn't hear the new album. How is it, Val? Let us know. If you did, he rapping with 21. Oh yeah, I heard that song. That's a good song. Yeah, I heard that. All right, let's get to the last games, guys. Throw them questions in the chat. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe to get in the giveaway. Last game, Hammer. We've got on that Monday night game. is the Ravens and the Saints.
This feels like a trap game for the Ravens. I'm still going to pick them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still picking the Ravens, but something about the Saints, man. They play well when they need to. They shut out the Raiders. I don't know if that's saying much, but the Raiders were playing well. Like Josh Jacobs was going nuts. And not only did they shut out the Raiders, they just tore them apart. Like Devontae had one grab for 3 yards. Like that doesn't happen ever to Devontae.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to be said about that. They have a good secondary, but I think just Lamar is just too much to overcome for the Saints. I am taking the Ravens here on Monday night.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens too. Lamar will.
But I don't think we can underestimate the Bateman injury. I think there might be a little bit of an adjustment period. And is Gus Edwards playing? What's going on with Gus?
Yeah, I think he's questionable. So he's probably gonna play. I think it's a game time decision. Let me double check.
I mean, they still have Kenyon Drake. He's not, obviously Kenyon Drake is not Gus Edwards from a, pure running back standpoint, but Kenyon Drake's been productive when he's been called upon this year.
I mean, Kenyon Drake has been pretty productive his career, but let's see. Hamstring, sideline. He didn't practice on Friday, so
that's not a good look.
It's not a good look. He's most likely not playing. So Drake would be definitely a good play, obviously, with Edwards out. So this week, first week out, the Rams will have over 100 yards rushing. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Let's see. Maybe as a team, hopefully. Ravens haven't been dominant enough to have trap games yet.
Well, I'm just saying from the standpoint of what we expect the Ravens to be. No, they haven't been dominant, but they should win this game. And that's why I kind of looked at it as a trap game, because they should win this game. But the Saints present some problems. They're not a pushover. Obviously, they have good defense. They got Kamara, they got Olave, they got Taysom Hill is a player.
If you can keep the game close, anything can happen. So that's the thing where if you keep it close, if you keep the Saints in it, like I said, anything can happen. Lamar
and the Ravens.
Lamar can get sacked, fumble, and shit can happen. So
the Ravens have melted down and blew some big fourth quarter leads that we've seen over the last month and a half. So would I be surprised if the Saints won a close game? No, I wouldn't. Would I bet money on it? No, I wouldn't. I would pick the Ravens.
We've got. Let's see. What? They've got nothing for that game yet. All right. Got right now, I guess, because the game is Monday night. They've only got for the Baltimore New Orleans Alvin Kamara or Andy Dalton. Alvin Kamara 36.5 receiving yards or 60.5 rushing yards.
I tend to go more Kamara with the receiving. I'm not crazy about his rushing output. I like the receiving.
He's hit 36 the last 2 weeks. Last 3 out of 4 weeks, he's hit that. So
I like the receiving output.
I'll take that too, definitely. Ravens haven't been dominant enough. Oh yeah, we saw that. My bad. I hate the Ravens backfield is one we always say to just stay away from because you don't know who's going to get the ball. You don't know if Lamar's going to just tuck that shit and run.
But Drake, like I said, they like Drake and they give him the ball. Drake is definitely a viable flex play.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt, Drake is. Running through underdog real quick on some of these. I'll actually pull them up tomorrow because we'll have more time. But Cup 85 receiving yards
for who?
Cup. That's like order.
I don't know. Not really though.
What's Cup been doing? Less than that?
The last 2 games he's been under.
He is hurt, so
last 2 games he's been under.
Let's take that. Yeah, let's take that back. We ain't going with that. Yeah, right now I just got Goff under 2.5 rushing yards, St. Brown over 72 receiving yards, and Kamara over 36.5 receiving. I'll have to look more into it tomorrow just because tonight, Mike Evans.
And also, too, I think a lot more of the injury report's going to get cleared up by tomorrow anyway, so you'll have a better idea of, we get those BS, Friday questionable shit. So I think you'll get a good idea tomorrow.
Kenneth Walker, 73.5 rushing.
He only had 50 last week.
89.5 rushing and receiving.
He doesn't really get a lot of receiving work.
He's going against Arizona this week. I'll take the over on the rushing, I think. To see if there's some better options.
We never got that parlay from I forgot who it was. Did we ever get that parlay?
I think it was outsole. I don't think he threw it in there. He was supposed to throw it in there. G said Colin at Lamar dropping 35. Yeah, he hasn't been crazy great, I don't think, the last couple weeks, right?
But you never know. He's that kind of dude. No, he hasn't been. It's not like the first 2 or 3 weeks.
For 4.5 catches, or D-Hop for 7.
Yeah, D-Hop. It's D-Hop.
Catches or receiving yards. 85.5 receiving yards for D-Hop or 7 catches.
Catches.
Do you think he's going to have at least 8 catches?
Yeah. He's gonna get 12 targets.
I'll take the yards. Fuck it. I'll take the yards. I gotta add one more to this. Let me add one more, and I'll show you what I'm working with here. Should I add the Kenneth Walker? Yeah, we're gonna add the Kenneth Walker. We're gonna rock with Kenneth. We're gonna rock with Kenneth
all night.
All right. Yeah. Any last questions? Throw them in the chat before we hop out of here. Let me throw this. Underdog in here real quick so y'all can see. This is going to be one of my picks. Running it with the insurance. This is going to be one I throw out there. So Jackson, if you're out there, pay attention because had some nice picks last week. If I can share this real quick. This is what we're rolling with, boys. God damn it. Can I? Oh, fine. My bad. We're rolling with Jared Goff for under 2.5 rushing yards. We're rolling with St. Brown for 72.5 receiving yards. We're rolling with Kamara on the over for 36.5 receiving. We're rolling with over on the 85.5 receiving for DeAndre. And we're rolling with Kenneth Walker over 73 rushing yards. That's what we're going with on this one. All right. I'm throwing $5 on this bad boy. Throwing in the insurance. So if we hit 5 out of 5, we've got $50 payout. If we hit 4 out of 5, we've got $12.50. I guess that's like $12.50 if I hit 4 out of 5. So this is what we're going to roll with. That's going to be one that we're going to roll with. We'll go over some more tomorrow. Val says Mahomes or Allen all time in this season. We're going to go with Mahomes for all time. I'm going to go with Josh Allen. Well, I'm going to go with Mahomes. That's just a better overall kind of guy. If we're talking about fantasy football, then yeah, I'm going to go with Josh Allen for this season. What about you, Hammer?
I don't know. All time, I think I'm TBD. It's interesting to see where careers take themselves. These guys are still fairly young. It feels like Mahomes has been around for 10 years, and he really hasn't, obviously. But for this particular season, yeah, because he plays deep into fucking January and February every single goddamn year. So you're seeing him for, 7 months instead of 5 for the other guys. But for this particular season, yeah, it's got to be Josh Allen. He gives you the rushing upside. And, we're seeing more balance with Patrick Mahomes. He's spreading the ball out a little more. It's not those insane bombs to Cheetah. So, yeah, so it's definitely Josh Allen for the season, and he's giving you the rushing yards. So, all-time TBD this season, Josh Allen.
No, I'm still gonna go with Mahomes all time. But yeah, I'll take Josh Allen for the season. Mahomes might throw more touchdowns than him actually, but
Yeah, it's possible, and I like his spread of talent. You know, with Juju, with MVS, with Mecole Hardman, with Kelsey. I like that spread of balance. You can't just lock in on
yeah,
one or two guys now. You kind of really got to cover everybody.
definitely. Kyle, thanks for tuning in, Kyle. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us, guys. Again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you're out there, so you can get in the giveaway. If you are on private, make sure you comment on any video. Just comment giveaway. This way, I know that you're subscribed. This way, you got a chance to win that card, which is a Michael Pittman PSAA graded 10 card. Okay. I just traded Algier, Mariota, and Mike Williams. Okay. Algier, Mariota, and Mike Williams. Shit. Okay. And hurt for Debo and James Robinson. I think that's a W.
Brian Robinson from
Brian
Washington.
Robinson, I mean, my bad. Yeah. What do you think about this, Hammer?
I wouldn't say Algier shit. He's been solid the last couple of games, and I think
Yeah,
the only problem with Algier is when Cordell Patterson comes back. You really can't play Algier.
that's my thing.
That's the problem. So,
And he's back.
Cordell's back.
Yeah, they took him off of IR, so I think he's practiced. Let me
Shit.
check it out. I think that
Is he gonna-
practice.
Is he playing this week?
Let me see. I don't know.
So that's interesting. Mike Williams hurt. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid trade.
He returned to practice on Wednesday. Team's got to wait till Saturday to make the final decision. It looks like so. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid deal because Debo's going to play and Debo's going to get some work. Brian Robertson still is getting essentially a split backfield, really a split backfield, and he hasn't looked as good as Gibby. So you're getting the best player in the deal, which is Debo. So I always like that. So yeah, I'd say that's fine. It's a W. I don't think it's any 8 to 10 kind of situation here, but yeah, I'll call it a W.
It's a W, and yes, I wouldn't say it's 8 to 10 just because Robinson is not amazing, but he's going to be good. You're basically trading Mariota and Algier, who are both. It's probably a 1 QB league, so Mariota probably isn't worth much. Algier's not going to be worth anything once Cordell Patterson is back. So you're basically getting Debo for a hurt Mike Williams, and you're getting a free a free B-Rob. So absolutely, that's a W for you, Kyle. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you. You forgot to mention Kadarius Toney. Yes, we did, but I don't think Tony's even going to do anything this week. So that's why I didn't mention him. If you do, if you are subscribed, did I put out a video on Tony? I don't think I did. I think I just put out an initial reaction. I think I put out a short for Tony. So for this year, I'm not expecting much. I mean, there's so many guys. He still has to learn the offense. I think it's more of a next year thing and going forward because next year, they're not going to have Juju unless they resign him, which I doubt they're going to do.
Right.
And they're not going to have Mecole Hardman, which I doubt they're going to resign as well. So now you're talking about going into next year with MVS, who had a 3-year deal. But his deal, they can easily get rid of him if they want to. They've got Sky Moore and then Kadarius Toney. So you're looking at going into next year with only those 3 guys who could be the main guys next year. So
Kelsey, you kind of count Kelsey as the guy.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So I like it more for the future, not necessarily for this year. He's absolutely worth a stash if you can hold him, but if you can't hold him, then don't really worry about it. I'm not that excited. I don't think I heard you Hammer or your thoughts on it. What do you think about Kadarius Toney going to the Chiefs right now?
Yeah,
let me also just point out real quick, he's never stayed healthy even in college. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the exact same boat, and just from this all of the points you made, and also too, like one of the biggest keys is learning the offense and getting on the same page as Patrick Mahomes. Now, Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more of a different guy than saying Aaron Rodgers, where I think he'll bring Kadarius along. But also Kadarius is in a good situation, right? Because he could come in this year. He doesn't have to be a difference maker right away. He could learn the offense. He's basically the fifth option at best right now. So he could really learn the offense. And then, like you said, you get into the off season, you put some work in with Mahomes, and who knows, he could be one of those, those post hype sleeper kind of guys going into next season. If he's at least, the wide receiver 2 there, wide receiver 3, maybe, but there'll be some offense to go around for him. But I just don't think it's going to be this year unless there's a major injury.
Yeah, definitely. Patrick, MVS has been Casper all season. They paid all that money for MVS, and with 3 weeks of healthy, Tony is going to have a higher season stats. Yeah, I mean, they're not just going to put Tony in over MVS. It's just not going to happen. Like they did pay him, and now it's a team-friendly contract. That's why I said I don't know. Next year they could possibly move off of him, but I don't think this year anything is changing. I don't see a way that Tony goes past Mecole and all those guys, unless, like Hammer said, unless there's an injury concern. I'm not saying that Tony isn't better than those guys. He absolutely, I mean, he was a first-round pick. The guy can play. Problem is staying on the field and then learning the system and actually getting in there and producing.
Right.
As well. So, and then don't forget, Sky Moore is still there too. Do they not believe in him anymore? Also, I mean, they're playing all these other guys. Mecole, and MVS and Juju. So, it's been tough to get on the field, and they have been working, Sky in a little bit more as well. But again, guys, it's a little, it's an offense that, you do have to learn. So, and that could be the other part of maybe why, Sky Moore hasn't been as involved as well. But we'll see what happens going forward. Like I said, I think it's more of a next year thing than this year, but we'll see how that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I have JT and Lenning, but I'm playing Dion, obviously. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Oh yeah, no, you have to, obviously, if you have JT, my bad. I'm thinking you were talking about somebody else and Lenny. So yeah, so if you've got JT and Lenny, obviously you can't play JT because he's hurt. So you're playing Dion, of course. You just hope for the best. I don't know. I mean, he was amazing that game that he filled in, but I don't know if he's going to see 10 targets again without Matt Ryan there and with a rookie QB. So that is the only thing that worries me a little bit about Dion. But you can feel comfortable, going in there. I mean, there's nobody else. So, and Hines is gone. So what do you think about Dion this week, Hammer?
Yeah, listen, we talk about, and I talked about this before, where the guy might not be the most talented guy in the world, but the opportunity is going to be available for a nice heavy workload. You just mentioned all the reasons why. JT out, obviously. They traded Nyheim Hines. Somebody's got to get the ball. They're going to probably run 60 offensive plays, 50, 60 offensive plays. So there's going to be some value there. And, you can pick him up and play him. And if he gets you a touchdown, now you're golden.
Yeah. Cam, what's up, Cam? Would you trade Olave for Ramondre in a non-PPR league? Do you need a running back? Then yes, I will. What do you think, Hammer?
Yeah, for a non-PPR league, I mean, of course, Ramondre's getting that work.
Hardman is a utility knife. Yeah, so is Tony. I mean,
yeah, but the key is Hardman's been there. He's worked with Patrick Mahomes. He knows the offense. He knows his role.
Exactly. Hardman's the same as Duvernay. Now, Hardman is actually more of a wide receiver than Duvernay. Hardman can play a little bit. He's not great, but he can play a little bit. And he's a way better route runner than Duvernay. Not that Hardman is anything special, but do you like the Vikings D this week? I mean, not really. Listen, Washington's played well. I mean, they played well the past 2 weeks. So no, I don't love it. Heineke's been good. They're playing at Washington, so no, I don't love the Vikings D this week. I mean, if you got nobody else to play, I mean, I guess, but
play the Packers D.
But I don't know. But yeah, tune into the game because I'll be going crazy on the sidelines. You might see me behind the Vikings bench. I'll be fucking banging on that wall. No, he's not. But NBA or NFL? I mean, I
Oh,
prefer the NFL. It's just more. I'm just more into it than I am the NBA. I love the NBA playoffs, but the whole season and everything, I'm not really tuned into like I am, with the NFL. But what about you, Amber?
yeah, the NBA was my first love. I remember watching. Uh,
Oh,
the NBA was my first love. I remember having like a little fucking 4x4, TV with the antenna. 8 years old, past my bedtime, watching the NBA finals. At night. So that was my first love. But the NFL's just taken over, man. It's just because every game matters. You got fantasy. It's 17 weeks plus playoffs. It's so much more interesting than the NBA. With the NBA, you get those 3 or 4 teams that are probably going to win the championship, and that's really it. With the NFL, you could go from worst to first and first to worst in one season.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's the NFL now for me, but yeah, it was the NBA when I was growing up.
Do you remember the last year you went trick or treating? Honestly,
No,
I
I
don't. I mean,
don't.
my daughter does the trick or treating now. So
There you go. Yeah, I'm what am I now? 30. I just turned 34 years old, so no, I do not remember the last time I went trick or treating. No, I don't.
I mean, shit. Last thing that I remember is when we used to wear hoodies with football jerseys. That's how we used to go trick or treating back in the day in New York, bro. Staten
Yep.
Island, New York. Hoodies and fucking jerseys. That's what we were for Halloween.
And that's what we wore to high school.
Yeah. Just got a trade request 30 seconds ago. Jefferson for Kelsey and ETN. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I think I like that a lot more if I still had Diggs. Listen, we
That's
told you
true.
not to get rid of Diggs. You wouldn't even
Yeah.
be in this. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not gonna give up Kelsey. No. No,
No, he has Jefferson. He has Jefferson, I believe.
No, he got a trade request. Jefferson. Oh, Jefferson for
So he's getting
Kelsey
Kelsey
and
and ETN.
ETN. You're
That's
getting
why he said
Kelsey and ETN. No, you can't do it because you can't. You're gonna have Davis as your no. You can't do it. I don't think
yeah,
so.
dude.
I don't know if you can do it.
Well, he said Davis would be his wide receiver too. So who else does he have?
AJ Brown.
Mm.
He got rid of Diggs.
Yeah, no. That's why you can't get rid of Diggs. And then you would have had Diggs, AJ Brown, Kelsey, and ETN. He probably would have won the championship.
All right. Are you here? Are you gonna be on Sunday morning?
Yeah. I don't have a ton going on this weekend.
Because I'll be at the game. So what I'm gonna do is I can still tune in just mobile. But I'll give you the thing so you can like log in and just control the shit. Because obviously I won't be able to because I'll be mobile. But I'll be live from FedEx.
Yeah, that should be good. What
That'll be
time?
cool.
11 you said? 11
Yeah,
or
we'll
12?
do. Yeah, we'll keep it 11 to 12. Yeah, 11 to 12 usually we do. More shorter if nobody's on. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Any last questions? Throw them in the chat quick before we hop off. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are not. This way you can get in on the giveaway as well as just know every time we get on. What game? I'm going to the Vikings and Washington Commanders game. So I currently reside somewhere in North Carolina. Can't tell you exactly where, but I reside somewhere in North Carolina. So I'm driving up to DC, which is about 4 hours away. I bought tickets to the game since they are playing my Vikings. It was my birthday on Wednesday, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go big." So I got fucking front row, right behind the Vikings fucking bench. So I'm gonna be going off.
Are you wearing that stupid Adrian Peterson jersey?
Oh yeah. I got to pull out the AP for this one. I'm pulling out this bad boy. So I'm wearing that shit down there. Like I said, I just got to hit up Walmart. Let me grab a football. Let me grab a Sharpie. I got some cards. Let me see if I could get some signatures. Live stream the game. I don't know if I can.
That might be like a copyright kind of deal.
Not necessarily because I'm there. So it's not like I'm showing it on TV, but especially if it's aired on TV. TV, you can
Right.
not like a Sunday ticket or anything like that.
Right. Right.
I'm pretty sure that I can do it. I don't know how my phone is going to be in this situation.
Service. Yeah.
I do have one of those like block charger things where you can plug in the USB and charge it, even though it's not plugged into the wall, if you know what I mean. So I don't know how my phone is going to be, and I still got to drive back. So I don't know. I was stationed in Jacksonville for years. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, listen. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. So I'll go live on Instagram a few times, and I'll be posting. So follow us on Instagram at Dynasty Life Fantasy Football, because I'll go live right on Instagram from the game, and then like I said, we'll be live 11 to 12 on here as well. So you'll be able to see us, from YouTube and shit. So you can ask whatever questions you got. Come hang out for the hour while I'm at the stadium and shit. But yeah, other than that, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're about to get out of here. So tune into this music and we out.